Hi, everybody from Olympic Stadium in Montreal. Welcome to Phillies baseball. This afternoon, the final game of the series, the Phils and the Montreal Expos. Danny Jackson goes for the Phillies and Kirk Reeder for Montreal, a rookie left-hander. Harry Callis along with Rich Ashburn and Andy Musser. And Andy Kirk Reeder has really been a story for these Expos. 8-0.
He's been sensational, Harry. He's one of the real shots in the arm that they've had during this winning streak that they've put together to get back into contention here. And he's a fans pitcher to the degree that he works very, very quickly. He gets the ball and throws it. Phillies have seen him once. They did a decent job against him, and they won that ball game.
Phillies coming in here, Whitey. Montreal was a red-hot ball club, and it was imperative, I think, that they win at least one game in this series, which they have done as of last night. A great win for them. I think it probably would help to relax the club a little today, too.
Yeah, I'd say so. If they'd have blown that game last night, it would have been could have been a tough day. Montreal really hasn't looked that good in this series. You know, they've been back 4 runs in both games. They pulled one out, almost pulled the other one out. And Felipe Alou told us here on Friday night, he says, these guys don't quit, and they haven't quit. Now, this is kind of a big game today for both clubs. I mean, it's a 2-game swing, obviously, so we'll see what happens. No matter what happens today, there's still a couple of weeks of baseball left.
Danny Jackson for the Phillies and Kirk Reeder for Montreal. Starting lineups for you after these messages.
The Phillies and the Montreal Expos is brought to you by Budweiser, fresh, pure, natural, proud to be your bud. By Mellon PSFS, the official bank of the Phillies. By the Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages, no other book can match it, a Bell Atlantic company. And by Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield, personal choice, the health plan that controls costs, not people.
I work Saturdays and Sundays. It's not a job. It's a dedication. I don't think you can teach someone to tune. You just got to practice until it's natural, just like breathing. There seems something mystic about it. So much beauty comes out of music.
Mellon PSFS, you're why we do our very best.
This is the all-new 1994 Mitsubishi Galant. It has a longer wheelbase than the Camry, more headroom and hip room. Plus, the Galant gives you 11 more horses under the hood. But there is one place the new Galant is smaller than the Camry. At least $2,300 smaller.
Drive the new Galant at your Pennsylvania, New Jersey, or Delaware Mitsubishi.
Back at Olympic Stadium in Montreal, where the crowd will be around 40,000 today. Another big crowd, and there'll be a noisy crowd. The Phillies, with a win last night, kind of letting some of the air out of the high-riding balloon of the Expos, but certainly didn't totally deflate it. And Montreal really needs a win here today, with the Phillies' magic number now at 10. And they'll be operating behind Kirk Reeder, the rookie left-hander. Felipe Alou has seen his club win 18 of their last 21. But there's no question that they miss Moises Alou, who's out for the season.
Yeah, and, you know, they missed him in this series, obviously. Both games have been decided by 1 run, and when you take a quality player like that who helps so much on offense and defense, and I think we saw a play last night that Frazier on Kruk's triple off the wall. I believe that's a ball that Moises Alou would have caught. Phillies did turn that into a run. That's just one instance, but you just can't judge how much you miss a key player out of your lineup.
So the Phillies lead is 5 going into the game this afternoon. They'll be operating behind Danny Jackson, and then of course the Phillies go home against Miami, against Florida. And Montreal will remain here against the Atlanta Braves. The Phillies' next homestand brings to the bet the Florida Marlins and the Atlanta Braves. Montreal will be off today, but they will play on Thursday, and the Phillies will be idle on Thursday. Tommy Green winning his 15th game last night. It was a giant win for the Phils. He's only lost 3. And his bat also helped the cause.
He had a couple base hits. He scored a run. He knocked in a run. He would have had another hit, but he said he ran out of gas on a close play at first. And then in that 8th inning when he got knocked out, first 2 hits, one was off the end of the bat, one was a jam job. And the ball Cordero hit, of course, was hit very well, but Tommy, who has been pitching very well, he's 12 games over the 500 mark himself. And boy, that when you have a pitcher that dominant, that really helps.
Philippe, Jimmy Fregosi's lineup today for the Phils: Lenny Dykstra in center field leading off, Mariano Duncan second base bats second, John Kruk first base hitting third, Dave Hollins third base bats fourth, Darren Dalton catching hitting fifth, Wes Chamberlain right fielder bats sixth, Ruben Amaro in left field will hit seventh, Kevin Stocker the shortstop batting eighth, Danny Jackson pitching and hitting ninth. That lineup facing Kirk Reeder, the rookie.
Doesn't strike out many, just a little over 3 per game, but he doesn't walk many, under 2 walks per 9 innings. Hurry, this guy is 18 wins and 2 losses in his season this year. AA, AAA, and in the National League.
Defensively behind him, Sean Berry at third base, Will Cordero at shortstop, Delino DeShields at second, and Randy Reddy at first. Tim Spear does the catching in the outfield from left to right. It's Rondell White, Marquise Grissom, and Larry Walker. The umpires this afternoon: Gary Darling calling the balls and strikes, Charlie Williams at first base, Frank Pulley at second, and Joe West at third. Lenny Dykstra will lead it off for the Phils, hitting at .304. Leads the league in runs scored, 134. Leads the league in walks with 120. And he is tied for the league lead in hits with 178.
Say he's done a pretty good job leading off.
1 ball and no strikes to Dykstra. Phillies did face Reeder once before. He pitched to no decision. Fouls it straight back. 1 ball and 1 strike. Reeder's 22 years old. He's from Nashville, Illinois. Went to Murray State University. Missing with his breaking ball. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Happy birthday, 85th, to Anne Marie Sharkey on this September 19th.
Line drive, base hit, right field. Dykstra leadoff base runner. So Lenny is aboard again. He's third in the league in on-base percentage, and the batter will be Mariano Duncan.
Ripped that ball right past first baseman Randy Reddy. Led off last night's game with a double and scored.
Duncan hitting at 283, has a 17-game hitting streak, hitting 352 in the last 17. One hopper at DeShields might be a double play. No, not quite. Duncan legs it out.
I've been trying to figure out, Harry, why the Expos haven't been able to complete that kind of a double play. Now, Duncan got down the line in a hurry, but that's a double play ball.
Cordero does not throw all that well.
I know he doesn't, but I don't care if you don't throw all that well. That's a double play there. It should be completed.
Should be.
Lou was out there arguing, but I think Duncan did have the play tied. Yeah, in fact, he had it beaten a little bit.
And it'll be John Kruk. Trucker hitting at 315. One strike to him. Kruk's second in the league in on-base percentage at .431.
Happy birthday to Johnny Johnson in Philadelphia.
And golden wedding anniversary wishes to Charles and Sarah Benner in Sunbury, Pennsylvania. Great Phillies fans.
Pretty good step-off move right there. That seems to be the new wave in pickoff by left-hand pitchers. And the daddy of it all, I think, was Mulholland.
One ball and one strike to John Kruk.
Joe Ferry celebrating another birthday. Husband of the great Kathy Maloney Ferry.
One ball and two strikes to Kruk. Jay Eisenlohr of Roxborough celebrating a birthday right here at Olympic Stadium. Susan Strachey cheering for the Phils. Out of play, it's still 1-2.
Cyan Weston Lopez in Lewis, Delaware, 57 years of marriage today.
Duncan has not been running this year like he did last. He's stolen 6 bases. Last year he had 23. Keeping an eye on him. Beats that ball to first baseman Randy Reddy. He'll make the play himself, and Duncan moves up to second. 2 outs. It'll bring up Dave Hollins. Hollins has been in a little bit of a slump. He was out here early to take some extra hitting with Dennis Menke, Phillies batting instructor.
Dave's a real key hitter in this lineup, sitting between Kruk and Dalton. Especially against left-hand pitching.
Hollins is hitting .322 right-handed.
Ada Kessler in Malvern is 97 today and recuperating from surgery. Send our best along to Ada.
Reeder was not a high draft pick. He was a 19th or an 18th round pick in the June '91 draft. And he has really come on. Low with it, 1 ball and no strikes. He's home tomorrow against Florida. Just missed inside. 1-1. Fly ball right field, fairly deep, but Walker has it lined up, and that'll retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. After 1/2, Phillies nothing. Montreal coming to bat.
93 clearance time is on at your Hyundai dealer, and up to $2,000 factory cash back makes it the best time of the year to buy the Hyundai of your choice. Right now, you can get into a sleek new Elantra for as low as $86.49. Plus, you don't have to make a down payment. No money down. And that's not all, because you'll get 2 years of scheduled service at no charge. So for big savings, no down payment, and no cost scheduled service, get into your Hyundai dealer today. Hurry in now for the best selection of models and colors during 93 clearance time.
It looks like the coach is really mad now.
Look at you. You're dull. You're rusty. I've seen you outperformed in the rain, the snow. You haven't had one good season yet. It's going to be different. You're going to get tough. Rust tough. You know why? Because Rust Tough has a unique fast-drying formula with rust inhibitors that form a tough, hard-nosed defense against rust. Look at you now. You're tough. You're going to shine.
No runs, no drips, no...
Got rust? Get tough. Rust Tough.
High-speed chases, deadly pursuits. Ride along on an explosive new series 5 times a week.
Up the good.
Real stories of the Highway Patrol.
Weeknights at 7:30 on PHL 17.
Felipe Alou's lineup this afternoon. We'll have Marquise Grissom, center fielder, leading off. Delino DeShields, second base, bats second. Rondell White, left field, hitting third. Larry Walker, the right fielder, will bat fourth. Sean Berry at third base hits fifth. Will Cordero, the shortstop, batting sixth. Randy Reddy at first base hits seventh. Tim Spear will catch and bat eighth, and batting ninth and pitching Kirk Reeder. They are facing Danny Jackson,
who has a little over 5 strikeouts per 9 innings, a little over 3 walks per 9 innings. Pitched a strong outing his last time out in New York, but was the victim of some shaky fielding. 3 unearned runs.
Defensively behind him, Dave Hollins at third, Kevin Stocker shortstop, Mariano Duncan at second, and John Kruk at first. Aaron Dalton catching. In the outfield, Ruben Amaro in left, Lenny Dykstra in center, and Wes Chamberlain in right. Marquise Grissom leading it off, hitting at .293. High with it, 1 ball and no strikes. Inside, 2-0. Grissom third in the league in the stolen bases. Want to make this fella hit his way on. But he falls behind him 3-0. Him on 4 pitches. So the speed merchant is on. Sexpo Club way out in the league lead in stolen bases. They've stolen 200. Next best St. Louis with 148. Brings on Delino DeShields. He's hitting at .294. this play on the pickoff move. Step off pickoff move. Again, a lot of left-handers are going to that, as Rich mentioned. Terry Mulholland kind of set the tone for it, but nobody has the smoke on that step-off throw that Terry Mulholland has. His is dynamite. Jackson has not thrown a strike as yet. Nothing to Delino to Shields. Delino hitting .294. We mentioned Montreal with 200 stolen bases, leading the major leagues. 2 balls and no strikes.
2 close pitches to the Shields, but they were both a little out of the strike zone. The pitches to Grissom weren't even close.
Jackson lifetime against Montreal, 3-3 with a 3.23 ERA.
Whitey Law in Philadelphia is 74 today.
Just misses inside. It's 3-0. Straight pitches out of the strike zone. Well, Jackson off to a shaky start here in the first.
And Johnny Padres out. Yeah, that's a tough way to start against a team that loves to run. He has good stuff, getting the ball in there in a hurry.
Batter will be Rondell White. White, a 21-year-old, had a good year in the minor league system of Montreal. Hit .328 for Harrisburg, 12 homers, 52 RBIs. .380 for Ottawa, 7 homers and 32 RBIs. Straight pitches out of the strike zone. Wide.
That's hard to believe. I mean, we're not talking about a pitcher who has control problems. The fellow that throws strikes. 10 in a row he's missed. And those first 2 weren't close.
First strike he is thrown. 2 balls and a strike. Through there, 2-2. him up into shallow right. Chamberlain coming on, makes the grab. Well, it's out number 1 in the inning, and that'll bring up Larry Walker. Now they'll have to keep an eye on the base runners.
Yeah, this is the time they'll run. They weren't going to run as long as Jackson kept walking people. But now they're dangerous.
Grissom at second base, DeShields at first base. Walker hitting at 278. There goes Grissom. Throw to third, not in time. DeShields holds at first. Grissom gets his 45th stolen base.
I'll tell you, he gets off in a hurry. Dalton's throw was in the dirt, but he wasn't going to get Grissom anyway. Grissom almost slid off the bag.
Little dribbler right back at Danny Jackson, holds the runner and throws out Walker. He really sawed off Larry Walker. That's 2 down, and that'll bring on Sean Berry.
I think this would hurt the Expos if they did not score in this inning. What's transpired here, he really did jam Walker. There's been 2 walks and a stolen base and nothing across the plate yet.
Grissom at third, DeShields at second with 2 outs. Berry hitting at 264. 1 strike. Fouled it back. Jackson's ahead of Sean Berry. No balls and 2 strikes.
Clyde Heathcote, Rio Grande, New Jersey, is 85 today.
Chopped off the plate. Duncan will have to hurry. Juggles the ball. Safe all around. Coming in to score is Grissom. And Montreal takes a 1-0 lead. It'll probably be an error on Duncan.
It ought to be an error.
Oh, they're giving him a base hit.
It's a ball, though, on the AstroTurf you ought to field. I mean, you know, he was right there. The ball was right there, and I know he had to hurry, but it's a ball that you should field on AstroTurf.
So charitable scoring, giving Berry a hit. And the Expos lead 1-0. The batter will be Will Cordero. There goes a base runner. No throw by Dalton. They weren't holding him on. It'll be a stolen base for Berry, his 12th.
Big jump, and Dalton wouldn't have had a throw at second. I can't understand why all these guys are stealing all these bases. I'm not surprised they're stealing them. I'm surprised they're stealing them so easily.
Two balls and no strikes. little bit high, 3-0. Again, walked him on 4 pitches, the 3rd walk given up by Jackson in this inning. And the batter will be Randy Reddy. Reddy hitting at .257. Pause for station identification on the Phillies television network.
You're watching Phillies baseball on WPHL TV, Philadelphia.
One strike to Reddy. Backdoor breaking ball for a called strike. 0-2. One ball and 2 strikes. Expos have the bases loaded, 2 outs, 1 run across here in the first. Drive left field, but right at Ruben Amaro, and that will retire the side. Montreal gets 1-on-1 hit, no errors. They leave them loaded. After 1-0 Expos.
It's often taken for granted, yet it's as precious as the very air we breathe. It's called freedom. And it's what inspired Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield to create the new Personal Choice. A health plan that offers people the low costs of an HMO without asking them to give up what they value most, their freedom. Personal Choice. The health plan that controls costs, not people.
Inky, Izzy, The Wild Thing, Patty, Dutch, Dude, The Crucker, and friends. Request the pleasure of your company at Veterans Stadium in 1994. Season ticket plans range from full season to as few as 13 games. For more information, call 463-5000.
You get a Mustang and a
Each year, a shipment of school supplies arrives at community colleges nationwide. Here, students, handpicked by Ford dealers, earn degrees in automotive technology on Ford cars and trucks. All to give you service at your dealer you won't find anywhere else. Quality care, where the quality continues.
For quality service or to test drive one of the best-selling cars and trucks in America, see your local Quality Plus Ford dealer today.
After 1 inning of play, it's Montreal 1 and the Phils 0. Upcoming telecasts of Phillies baseball include Monday and Tuesday night's games with the Marlins from Veterans Stadium. Monday on Prism, Tuesday on PHL 17, both games at 7:30. Darren Dalton leads it off for the Phils. Dalton hitting at .258. 24 home runs, 4th in the league in RBIs with 102. One strike to Dalton. Missing with his breaking ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. That's a fair ball down the left field line. Dalton will get 2 out of it. Rondell White cuts it off. A stand-up double for Darren Dalton.
Feel late swing by Dalton, and pretty good wood on it, though. Gets that almost out of the catcher's mitt. Berry playing him way off the line.
So Dalton at second base and nobody out for Wes Chamberlain. Wes hitting at .277. Changeup missing for a ball, 1-0. Tried to bunt to get the runner over, but bunted it foul. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Never saw Chamberlain do that before.
He had a visit with Larry Boa, Phillies third base coach, before his at-bat.
Third baseman Berry playing way back. If you can do that, it'd be a good play.
He hits the ball sharply on the right side, moves that runner to third base, so West gets the job done. Gets the runner to third, where with 1 out, it'll bring on Ruben Amaro.
Be interesting to see whether Alou brings his infield in.
He has been doing that early in this series, but with a 1-0 lead, he'll keep him back.
Come on, Ruben.
This copyright telecast is presented by authority of the Phillies and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Phillies. They stay back. One strike to Ruben Amaro. Ruben hitting at .359, coming off a good season at Scranton Wilkes-Barre, where he hit .292. Jams him and he fouls it back and out of play. 2 strikes to Amaro. Reeder is not a strikeout pitcher, as Rich mentioned, but he will go for the jugular here. The runner at third. Now with 2 strikes on the batter, Felipe Alou brings the infield in. With the count 0-2, they come in tight. Right back and Reeder. That will not get him home. 2 down. It brings on Kevin Stocker. Stocker hitting at .351. Batting .397 right-handed.
They're gonna walk it.
Well, Stocker picked up a 3-hit game last night, and he just has continued to hit. He's hitting .351, so they will go after Danny Jackson. Felipe Alou has seen enough of Stocker to know that he can hurt him. Will perhaps get him out of the inning, but it does turn the lineup over.
Some managers would never do this, and of course some will now.
Stocker's getting some respect. He has 11 intentional walks now. That's tops on the Phillies ball club.
But you can win or lose games in the second inning, just like you can do in the 8th and 9th. So I'm surprised you really don't see more of this kind of strategy early in the game, especially bringing the infield up. Most managers do not, just won't bring it up early in the game.
Danny Jackson hitting at 086. 1 ball and 1 strike. Gets it softly to third baseman Barry, and Jackson is retired. So are the Phillies here in the second. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Montreal.
Don't you have anything to fit me?
No offense, Mr. Jones, but you are a little on the small side.
I need more choices.
Harry, give me those genuine yellow pages. Look, choices. Italian, Greek, Chinese. You want more?
Those are restaurants.
That's right. You put some meat on those bones and come back and see us.
9 out of 10 use it.
Mr. Matterhorn.
The genuine Bella, Pennsylvania yellow pages from Bell Atlantic.
Are you losing weight?
There are certain chores you would only ask a diesel to handle. That's about to change. Drivers of full-size pickups pretty much know what they're in for. That's about to change.
In the darkest hour, their actions can mean the difference between life and death, even your own.
We've got a helicopter coming in.
Join the action 5 nights a week. Real stories of the Highway Patrol.
Weeknights at 7:30 on PHL 17.
Sunday, September 26th, a week from today, the Phils host the Atlanta Braves. That'll be the final regular season home game of the year. And it's Fan Appreciation Day. Great day to say thanks to all you fans for your tremendous support this year. All fans receive a great-looking poster to commemorate this memorable season. Compliments of Acme, and there will be the customary prizes and surprises. Order your tickets by calling 463-1000 or stop by the Center City ticket office at Mellon PSFS, Broad and Chestnut Streets. Tim Spear, the catcher, will lead it off. Spear batting at 197, he at 199 in Ottawa. Got him this past winter from Kansas City, along with Jeff Shaw, and the deal would send Mark Gardner and Doug Pyatt to Kansas City. 1 ball and no strikes to Tim Spear. One 1. Hit sharply past the diving Kevin Stocker, a base hit for Spear. So Spear's a leadoff base runner, and Kirk Reeder will try to move him along.
Stocker playing Spear as a pull hitter. It's a little bit of a surprise, but must have been the scouting report that when he does hit the ball, he pulls it. He didn't pull that one.
Reeder hitting 080. He has 7 sacrifices, and he bunts foul. One strike to Reeder. the run down nicely. Only one play for Kruk. Sacrifice good by Reeder. Kruk to Duncan for out number 1. Spear moves up to second. They'll bring up Marquise Grissom. He walked and scored the lone run of the game his first time up.
Dennis Martinez, who was out of here a while back. He said goodbye to all his teammates and then turned down the deal with Atlanta.
Ground ball hit to Kevin Stocker. Grissom is retired. 2 down. It'll bring up Delino DeShields. Martinez probably a big help to a young rookie like Reeder.
Won 5 starts since turning down that trade.
Inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Just fair down the left field line. This will score Spear. DeShields slides safely with a double. And Montreal leads it 2-0 here in the second.
That was a nice piece of hitting by DeShields going the other way. He sliced that ball inside the line. Collins playing him well off the bag.
Brings up Rondell White. He flied out to right his first time up. One ball and no strikes. Fouls it back, 1-1. On the inside corner, 1-2 to White. Slider just a tad low. 2-2. Bouncing ball to Mariano Duncan. Throws White out, and that will retire the side. The Expos get a run. 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. After 2, it's 2-0 Montreal.
It's a round world, genuine and true. It keeps on spinning, and you always come through. And you're giving it your best. Proud to be your bud. Budweiser. Proud to be your bud. Proud to be your bud. Ooh, yeah. Proud to be your
fries. It's Roy's. Where do they get these people?
For a limited time at Roy Rogers, $1.99 gets you a quarter-pound hamburger with regular fries or a two-piece chicken with cornbread.
I'll take underwater farming for 50. I'll take Roy's for $1.99.
AT&T.
AT&T, without a doubt. If price were no object, which long-distance company would business people choose?
AT&T.
AT&T.
For a few pennies a call, AT&T.
Wouldn't you? Come on. People said they'd choose AT&T 7-to-1 over anyone if price were no object. And now it may not be. Introducing Maximum Advantage. Now you can automatically get AT&T's lowest price guaranteed in writing when your business spends over $200 a month with AT&T. AT&T, period. Maximum Advantage from AT&T, the best in the business.
You'll get a great-looking Phillies poster free, compliments of Acme, plus plenty of fun surprises when the Phillies play the Braves on Fan Appreciation Day, Sunday, September 26th at 1:35. Reserve your tickets now. Call 463-1000.
Lenny Dykstra leads it off for the Phillies here in the third. Our trivia question of the afternoon brought to you by Roy Rogers, that one-of-a-kind place with that one-of-a-kind taste. Can you name the top 3 pinch hitters in Major League history? The 3 men with the most pinch hits in their career in the Major Leagues. Just missing. It's 2-0 to Lenny Dykstra. Two balls and a strike. Another shot off the glove of a diving Randy Reddy, and another hit for Lenny Dykstra. He is a leadoff base runner.
Smoked 2 balls right by Reddy. Reddy did get a piece of leather on this one.
Brings on Mariano Duncan. Duncan grounded into a fielder's choice his first time up. One ball and no strikes. Montreal leads 2-0. We're in the third.
Pickoff moves here are called from the bench. You don't do that with the Phillies. Dalton runs everything.
Change up, fooled him. 1 ball and 1 strike.
I think I just got their pickoff move, Harry. You spit 2 of those sunflower seeds. That's the pickoff move. Spit 1, you go to the plate.
Hit foul down the third base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Mariano looking at that bat, it sounded like he broke it, but I guess he did. He's gone through 4 or 5 bats in this series.
Phillies are home tomorrow night against the Florida Marlins. Don't forget, tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday, all of them at 7:35. And the Atlanta Braves move in for a big weekend. Friday the 24th, 7:35. Saturday the 25th at 3 o'clock. Sunday the 26th, 1:35. That's Fan Appreciation Day. For tickets, call 463-1000. Dykstra has 37 stolen bases. He's been nabbed 10 times.
Nabols picked him off last night. Left too soon. I don't think he's going to be running, at least trying to steal.
Rips a foul behind the Phillies dugout. One ball and 2 strikes. Fly ball into left field, not deep. Rondell White will make the catch. Duncan's retired. One down. It'll bring on John Kruk. Kruk grounded out his first time up. Speed pitch had him well out in front of it.
That's his big old curve, or it's either a short curve or a long slider. It was a ball.
Lenny Dykstra at first base. 1 out. We're in the third. Expos lead 2-0. Missing a little bit low. It's 1-1.
Spear, the catcher, looking at the manager to pick up his sign.
One ball and 2 strikes. Boston leads the Yankees 2-0. They're in the third inning.
They had a controversial game there yesterday, and I think the Yankees won it in the 9th, but it looked like they had a legitimate beef.
Looked like the game was over. A fly ball was caught to supposedly end the game, apparently end the game, with Boston leading it 3-1, I believe. And then it was ruled the time had been called by one of the umpires because a fan was on the field. So the Yankees had new life and got 3 straight hits and won it. With 2 hits, a walk, and another hit. Two and 2 to Kruk. Inside to him, a full count.
I think Lenny will be going here. Even though the Phillies are 2 runs down, you got to get things stirring, get some movement.
He doesn't, and it's fouled. Well, I don't know. He was kind of frozen.
He went back to first a step or 2, and then he took off. He was see, there he goes back. Now he takes off. And a little jump.
He does go, and it's tapped to second base. The Shields has no play there, but he gets Kruk at first. So Dykstra at second base with 2 outs for Dave Hollins. Hollins flied to right his first time up. Dave's 7th in the league in runs scored, 6th in walks. But Reeder will not walk many. Phillies will probably have to hit their way on to beat this left-hander. Hit to deep center field. This ball is out of here, and this game is tied at 2-2 on a 2-run home run by Dave Hollins. Number 18 for Hollins.
Dave was 0 for 9 before that swing of the bat in this series. Reeder got an off-speed pitch up. That's a good time to pick up your first hit in the series, and it's a brand new ball game. Watch this. This is out and away. That's his curveball.
Yep.
And he hung it out there.
Hollins went out and sent it over the center field fence, and Darren Dalton takes one a little bit low for a ball, 1-0. Hollins now with 86 runs batted in. That's well hit to deep right center field, but Walker makes the running grab right in front of the track to retire the side. Bills tie it, though, with 2 in the inning, 2 hits, no errors, and none left. We go to the bottom of the third. It's a 2-2 game.
It's 93 clearance time at your Hyundai dealer. And with factory cash back up to $2,000, it's the best time of the year to buy the Hyundai of your choice. Get into a thrifty new Excel right now for as little as $63.99. Plus, you don't have to make a down payment. No money down. And on top of all that, you get 2 years of scheduled service at no charge. So for big savings, no down payment, and no cost scheduled service, get into your Hyundai dealer today. Hurry in now for the best selection of models and colors during 93 clearance time.
The Phillies look to flatten Florida when they play the Marlins Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, September 20th through the 22nd, all at 7:35. Then they're out to bop the Braves. Friday the 24th at 7:35, Saturday the 25th at 7:05, and Sunday the 26th at 1:35 when all fans receive a free Phillies poster and more on Fan Appreciation Day. Call 463-1000.
Hi, I'm Neil Hartman. Budweiser and the Phillies want to send you and a guest to the World Series. Right now, be the 8th caller to 1-800-432-1745. And you'll win a Budweiser sports bag and a replica Phillies cap. All winners then qualify for the grand prize, an all-expense-paid trip to the first 2 games of the World Series in the host American League City. So call now and pack your bags, because with a little luck, you could be on your way to the first 2 games of the World Series. Compliments of Budweiser.
Today's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Budweiser, the king of beers. It reminds you friends know when to say when. Buy your local Quality Plus Ford dealer. Now's the time to save big on the best-selling cars and trucks in America during our Ford dealers' model year-end clearance. And by Pizza Hut. Call Pizza Hut Delivery now and have your pizza by the 6th inning. Larry Walker leads it off. He tapped back to the mound his first time up. Fly ball deep center. Dykstra back, has a beat on it, makes the grab, 1 down. We'll bring on Sean Berry. Our trivia question of the afternoon brought to you by Roy Rogers, that one-of-a-kind place with that one-of-a-kind taste. Can you name the top 3 pinch hitters in Major League history based on number of pinch hits?
Well, Matty Alou has to be in there.
Matty Alou?
Or, no, not Matty Alou. Manny Mota.
Manny Mota's the leader with 150.
How about that Greg Gross?
Good guess. Greg Gross is 3rd on the all-time pinch hit list at 143. Our buddy Gigi. And who would be 2nd? Sandwiched in between those 2.
How about Rusty Staub?
I don't think Rusty had that many, came up to the plate that much as a pinch hitter. Good guess. Well, this guy used to be able to fall out of bed and hit line drives.
Smokey?
Yeah.
Smokey Burgess?
Smokey Burgess, 145 pinch hits in his career. You saw him hit. I never had the pleasure of seeing Smokey hit, but they tell me
he was an unlikely looking ball player, period, and a hitter. He had little hands, little wrists, little short, squatty guy, never was in condition. But he used that bat like a magic wand.
Almost sounds like you're describing the Crucker.
Crucker looked like an Adonis beside Smokey.
Is that right? Crucker is amazingly agile. Made a great play last night to really save the Phillies the game in the 9th inning. A low throw.
And he chased down Mitch's wild pickoff throw and fell down.
Stepped on the ball.
Stepped on the ball.
1 ball and no strikes to Cordero. 1-1. Two balls and a strike.
Smokey passed away a couple of years ago down in Carolinas, and he worked in the Braves organization as a hitting coach throughout the minor leagues. He was one of Milt Thompson's hitting coaches.
Fouls it out of play. 2-2. Smokey was a catcher, right?
He was a catcher who didn't like to catch. He liked to hit. He was a hitter who caught. Never shut up back of home plate. He'd talk to you all the way.
A foul out of play.
And griped to the umpires. I thought I used to get on umpires, but Smokey was the worst I ever saw as a catcher and a hitter.
In and out of the glove of Dalton. It's still 2-2.
If Smokey would have had enough at bats in a season, he would have won some batting titles, but he never qualified because he didn't play that much. He just play every once in a while and then pinch hit a lot.
Popped him up to Mariano Duncan. A 1-2-3 inning for Jackson. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. Andy Musser and Chris Wheeler join you in the 4th after 3. 2-2 ball game.
Together in all that you do, and you're giving it your best. Proud to be your bud. Budweiser. Proud to be your bud. Proud to be your bud. Ooh, yeah. Proud to be your. Proud to be your bud. Do you want your car done right?
If you want your car done right, it has to be done by the right people.
We take care of our customers. We do the job right.
Quality all the way.
Experience counts. The customer comes first.
Satisfaction guaranteed.
We're only as good as our people. That's why Jiffy Lube is America's favorite oil change.
We got experience at Jiffy Lube.
In 1958, little Al Bundy made a decision that would change the face of American television.
Finish your oatmeal, Al.
Do I have to? Don't you want to grow up big and strong like your father?
When I grow up, I want to be a shoe salesman. And I'm going to marry me a big, red-headed dimwit. We're not going to make our kids eat anything.
Now, little Al Bundy is married with children. From Bold Choices grow great comedy.
Weeknights at 6:30 and 7 on PHL 17.
Well, if you missed your chance this year, make sure you're on board next season with Phillies season tickets. There are plans to suit any budget, any schedule, from full season plans to 13 Sundays. Plus, there are many special benefits to being a season ticket holder, including options to purchase postseason tickets. Call now to get your name on the list for 94 Phillies season tickets. Call 463-5000 for information. A 2-2 ball game as Chamberlain sends a foul back out of play. First time West was up there, he was trying to move a runner, and he did with a ground ball to second base, so he gave himself up, and he's 0 for 1. Reeder's pitch is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Wes Chamberlain is a guy that Jim Fregosi is throwing a lot of praise towards. I mean, the way his year got started with him missing the, being late for opening day, and he has really handled his role well and developed into a good player as the season's gone along in a limited role.
Hits this ball out of play again.
Fregosi is very, very happy with Wes Chamberlain, and I think you have to give the manager some credit too with the way he's handled him. What a way he got started on opening day.
Yeah,
huh?
really. That's
showing up late.
He got about 5 or 6 new alarm clocks out of that.
Oh, yeah. Well, he handled that situation well, and since then, Wes has really helped the ball club this year.
It's outside. 2-2 on West. He'll be followed by O'Mara and Stocker.
Giving him a good player against left-handed pitching. I mean, Eisenreich has been so outstanding against the right-handers that they've just played Eisenreich a lot more than they thought they would. So West hasn't had that many chances to play.
West standing way back in the box. Phillies have had their leadoff man on every inning, but not this one. That's the first strikeout of the afternoon for Reeder.
He thought it was low, and he's giving some heat to Gary Darling as he walks away. Well, that was pretty low. You see why he's not happy with that.
Reeder not a strikeout guy by any means. So Chamberlain is called out, and Ruben Amaro will be the hitter. Ruben batted with the infield in the last time he was up there and hit one back to the mound. Here's a pop-up. Spear is over, and he stays with it right in front of the Montreal dugout. Reeder gets another out off that changeup. 2 outs in the inning, and the batter will be Stocker.
Here you see the pitch to Amaro. Good straight change down and away from him. And Amaro pops it up.
Stocker was walked intentionally, so in reality this is his first chance to bat. Stocker had 3 hits in last night's ball game, and they were all hard hit. Talking with Dennis Menke today, he was really happy with Stocker's performance and really feels as though Stocker is one of the brightest things that's happened to the Phillies this year, and he's so pleased with the work he's done with him.
Oh, yeah, they all feel that way. Stocker's come up in all these pressure situations, playing in these games that mean so much, and he's looked like the seasoned veteran. No problem for him.
Out in the left field, Rondell White giving chase. Can't get it. Another hit for Stocker. He now has a 7-game hitting streak. He'll go to second base, and he's got a double.
He's doing such a great job with 2 outs and nobody on base, too, of getting on and getting the pitcher out of the way as he does here again. Rondell White did not play that ball very well. I don't know whether he didn't see it off the bat or not, but he laid back on it. And then it took a high hop, and Rondell White, the one flaw he has in his game is his lack of throwing ability. He can't throw at all, and you could really see it on this play as he gets the ball back into the infield. He has a very weak arm. And that ball's on its way down right away.
Danny Jackson hits a line drive, and it's caught by Randy Reddy, and that's the inning. It's a 2-2 game.
Michael Dudikoff, man of action. Michael Dudikoff, man of adventure. Michael Dudikoff gets results. Michael Dudikoff, Cobra.
Sundays at 6 on PHL 17.
Ben Franklin cheesesteaks, Mike Schmidt tasty cakes at the Shore Boathouse Row. Weekends in the Poconos. We've been through everything you've been through. We've grown up proud and strong like you. We know what you want your bank to do. Core States Banks. You know us and we know you. Core States Banks. You know us and we know you.
The legendary Notre Dame Fighting Irish take on the scrappy Navy Midshipmen in a fall football classic. Saturday, October 30th, 12:10 at Veterans Stadium. Get tickets at Ticketmaster, the Phillies box office, or call 463-1000 to order tickets in advance. Notre Dame Navy, Saturday, October 30th. Sponsored in part by the Philadelphia Inquirer, Herman's World of Sporting Goods, Super Pretzels, Soft Pretzels, and WOGL. Color, excitement, fun. Go!
Good afternoon. I'm Neil Hartman. Scores in the American League. Toronto, the East leading Blue Jays on Joe Carter's single, have a 1-0 lead on Minnesota. Robin Yount tripled home both runs for Milwaukee. It's 2-0 over Baltimore in the second. 7 runs already for Cleveland. They're in the fourth out in front of Detroit now 7-0. And Boston 2, New York 1. They're in the fourth. Late starts in Anaheim, Oakland, and Seattle. We've got a 2-2 ball game. We send it back now to the Big O. It's bottom of the fourth to Wheels and Andy.
Okay, Neil, thanks a lot. And boy, Neil Hartman's doing some double duty, and he was here last night doing all kinds of great features, getting stuff ready for the telecast, and give him a lot of credit. He's right back at work today in Philadelphia. Nice going, Neil.
Giving me a free plug. Thanks,
Probably
Wheels.
got those eyelids propped up. You know? Randy Reddy just caught a line drive. He's leading off the inning, and he takes a strike, and now here comes Jackson's second pitch to him. It's low, 1-1.
There are a lot of Phillies fans up here. Ed and Mike Lott from Gloucester, New Jersey, and Rich and Lori Gray celebrating their anniversary up here from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Ran into a lot of them in the hotel after the game last night. It was very festive there after that ball game. No kidding.
I guess. Danny Jackson got off to a really rocky start today. If you weren't with us, his first 10 pitches of the afternoon missed. And that wound up actually costing him one of the runs. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Reddy. The bottom third of the order. He'll be followed by Spear and Reeder. What a great pickup the Expos made when they got Randy Reddy, and because of injuries, he's played quite a bit.
Yeah, and he's a veteran player in a pennant race, and Randy Reddy's not scared, that's for sure. I mean, he has produced for them, done a terrific job.
Bounced foul. Uh-oh.
Bad hop.
Not going to charge an error on that. No. Got past the ball girl, and Ruben Amaro has to go over and run it down. Reddy spent the summer in the Baltimore minor league system. He was at Rochester.
I'll never forget the first day he was acquired by Montreal. He's standing around the batting cage in Philadelphia. And typical Randy Reddy, as bubbly as he is, and he says to Kruk, who's his best buddy, he says, well, they got me now. Now we're going to catch you. They've made some run.
In the air to left center field, Amaro's play. And that's the first out. He's caught both balls that Reddy has hit today. 1 out here in the fourth. Well, we've got college football at the Vet coming up on Saturday, October 30th. It's a 12:10 start. It'll be Navy Notre Dame. This exciting college football game sponsored by Super Pretzels, Soft Pretzels, Herman's World of Sporting Goods, WOGL, and the Philadelphia Inquirer. Call 463-1000 to get your tickets. Spears scored the second run for Montreal after a leadoff single in the second.
Should be a good college football game. All the Golden Domer fans happy their team's off to a 3-0 start, and they think they're going to stay undefeated till they play Florida State later on. Could be for #1. So some tickets are remaining for that game at the Vet. So come on out and see Notre Dame Navy.
Yeah, that's their first appearance in Philadelphia for a while. Strike.
I remember seeing them play as a kid at Municipal Stadium before it was even John F. Kennedy Stadium. It's always been a great rivalry. Back in those days, Joe Bellino and Stahlbach were around playing at Navy.
Yeah, Navy had some really good teams back in those days.
And they always have a good program.
Now it's a ball and 2 strikes on Spear, the young backup catcher. Spear's not much of a hitter, and that's why it was a little unlikely to see him lead off that second with a base hit. He's hitting just around the 200 mark. Pop foul, back out of play.
Darren Fletcher's taken over as the #1 catcher. He's caught the first 2 games in this series. But with a left-hander Jackson pitching today, they're giving Fletcher the game off, at least here at the beginning.
And the Expos have a day off tomorrow. They'll not be in action, but the Braves will be in to start a series here on Tuesday night, and that's a tough road trip for Atlanta because it takes them to Montreal and to Philadelphia.
Really like that Atlanta lost yesterday because you know, Atlanta was starting to get into every game where I'm sure they thought they couldn't lose the way they were playing, and by them losing, they'll come in here a little more intense to play Montreal. Not that they wouldn't have, but you know, they're going to know that they really need to keep on winning, and that they have, as you said, 6 tough road games coming up.
It's going to be a very difficult week for the Braves. But by and large, they have found a way ever since they started to make a move.
Mark and Eileen Contravo from Pensacola, New Jersey, and Norman Marie Starkey from Croydon up here for the weekend in Montreal, enjoying this series, and it has been a great one.
Bouncer, Stocker is there. Got a true hop off the cutout and makes the play. Spear is out. There are 2 outs in the inning. Stocker with his second play of the afternoon, and now Reeder's going to come up. He's sacrificed, so he'll be hitting for the first time, but he's not much of a hitter. Just 0-8-0, 2 for 25. Reeder bats with the bases empty and 2 outs. Here's a guy who has lost only 2 games all year. Those at the AAA level. Didn't lose in AA, and he hasn't lost in the majors.
17-2 at 3 different stops this year for him.
Ground ball to Hollins. David makes the play in a 1-2-3 inning. So at the end of 4 today, we remain deadlocked 2-2.
It's often taken for granted, yet it's as precious as the very air we breathe. It's called freedom. And it's what inspired Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield to create the new Personal Choice, a health plan that offers people the low costs of an HMO without asking them to give up what they value most, their freedom. Personal Choice, the health plan that controls costs, not people.
Okay, Boomer.
I was taking Florence for our daily walk when I got a daily number feeling. 312. Good hit. A street sign told me she should play straight. And for more ways to win, Joe had an idea. Boxing. Hey, Boomer! So I encouraged Flo to cross the street, avoiding the usual distractions, and dropped her off to play.
Stay. The Pennsylvania Lottery's daily number. Don't forget to play every day.
3 hours and a bowl of chow later. She did it. Boy, are my dogs tired.
Your world, genuine and true, working together in all that you do, and you're giving it your best. Proud to be your bud, Budweiser. Proud to be your bud. Proud to be your bud. Ooh, yeah. Proud to be your bud.
Now they scored. Montreal jumped out to a 2-0 lead, scoring 2 out runs in the first inning. And second, Berry with an infield hit knocked in 1, and then in the second inning, Delano DeShields 2-out double. Phillies countered in the third. Lenny Dykstra with a leadoff hit. Then 2 outs later, Dave Hollins homered to center field, and we have a 2-2 ball game. It's been loud and noisy here, but that little baby is sleeping right through it.
Doesn't know it's 2-2 and doesn't know that Lenny Dykstra is leading off. Speaking of 2-2, Lenny is 2 for 2 today. A pair of singles, and he has scored yet another run. Lenny with 135 runs scored now to lead the majors. And the 2 hits gives him 180 to lead the National League, 2 more than Jay Bell had to start the day. Pittsburgh has not scored. Cardinals lead 1-0 in the 3rd inning of their ball game today.
Atlanta and New York play tonight at Atlanta, so they'll know what happens as far as the Giants before they play tonight.
Giants are playing the Reds this afternoon. In the dirt, 2 balls and a strike on Lenny.
Lenny really must see the ball well out of this left-hander's hands, because because he's really worked the count well against him. He's gotten ahead both times and gotten hits, and he's ahead again.
Takes a strike, and it's 2-2.
That's just a good pitch. He threw. Perfect pitch.
There's no score in that Giant Reds game. They're in the 2nd inning today and playing in Cincinnati. Take a look at that last one.
Here it is. It's a fastball, and I mean, he just paints the outside corner with it. That's a real pitcher's pitch.
Close.
See, he didn't even flinch on that breaking ball then, and that's tough. That's a good one to a left-handed hitter, and when you don't see it from a left-handed pitcher, you're going to start a little bit and move, and Lenny saw that as a breaking ball right away, that it was not in the strike zone, and he took it.
Count is full. Bouncer foul. It's still 3-2 on Dykstra, leading off the Phillies' 5th.
Birthday wishes today to Bill Schaefer from Avalon, New Jersey.
Into right field. Walker back with it, makes the catch. Lenny retired for the first time today on a fly ball to deep right.
Yeah, he knows he hit it hard again, too. Dykstra's hit 3 balls right on the nose today off the left-hander. 3-2, fastball. And Walker, with nobody out and nobody on base, was playing Dykstra very deep and didn't have to go too far for it.
Here's Duncan. Mariano is 0 for 2 today. He's got a 17-game hitting streak, a career high and a club best this year. Today he's grounded out and flied out. Waiting while new baseballs are brought to Gary Darling. Off-speed pitch, and he fooled Duncan.
That's the kind of pitch, if Duncan reads it right, he'll hit it to right field. It's a lot of balls like that into the corner off left-handed pitchers on high fastballs or breaking balls away.
That's a strike. It's a called strike. No, I guess he ruled that he swung at it. He pointed at Duncan, so he said that Duncan was unable to stop the swing. It's 1-2. Right into a very vulnerable area, the press box.
We had 2 of them in the radio booth this weekend. Gary Maddox had both of them and wisely ducked them.
Very smart. Yep. Let's pause for a station identification. The Phillies Television Network.
You're watching Phillies baseball on WPHL TV, Philadelphia.
Duncan loops one right center. He's got an 18-game hitting streak. He's going for 2. He's got a double. A Duncan double. And an 18-game hitting streak.
Duncan got that in a perfect spot. With Walker's great arm, it can be tough to stretch single into a double. Curveball, got it off the end of the bat a little bit. Here's Walker to his right, and he falls a little bit as he goes and throws and doesn't get much on it. And Duncan could see that he could easily stretch that one, and does.
3 doubles for the Phillies today. None have been involved in their scoring. John Kruk now, he's 0 for 2, a pair of ground balls. Ball 1 on Kruk.
Reeder's really been staying away from Kruk with fastballs and breaking balls, and John's been pulling off it a little bit. So what he needs to do is stay in there and hit the ball the other way off this left-hander. See him open?
Yep.
That's what Dykstra's not doing. As opposed to what Lenny sees from Reeder, Kruk does not see the ball well out of his hand and is opening up early, and as a result, he's vulnerable away.
Close, but he missed. Now the count is 2 balls and a strike on John. That one's high and tight. It's 3-1 on Kruk. Duncan down at second base. He doubled. There's 1 out in the inning. The Phillies have 6 hits in the game. They've had hits in every half inning so far, scoring only on Holland's 2-run home run in the 3rd. Strike 2, full count.
They can fool with Kruk here, though, because they have a base open with Hollins on deck, and they could even throw a 3-2 breaking ball and then pitch carefully to Hollins if they get him out. We'll see what they decide to do.
Check swing. Runner holds, and Berry makes the play over to first, and Kruk is retired in a check swing. Duncan stays at second.
It looked like it was ball 4, and he tried to hold up and couldn't. Yeah, see, it's way down and away out of the strike zone as Kruk can't hold up the swing. Easy play for Berry for the second out.
Kruk back to the dugout, and Dave Hollins bats for the first time since his 2-run home run, number 18 for Hollins. Reeder does not surrender many long balls. He's given up only 5 since joining Montreal.
They'll work carefully to Hollins here. They do have Dalton on deck, the left-handed batter, and Dave really hurt Reeder last time up with the home run on an off-speed pitch. Phillies really hope that'll get Hollins going because he's so important to them.
That was Dave's first hit in the series, but he did have an RBI last night.
Yeah, and it was a big one.
He's close, 2-0.
Yeah, he's pitching real careful to him on the first 2.
He's just kind of fooling with him a little bit. It's 3-0, so we'll see whether they just go ahead and make the 4th one wide intentionally.
Well, Fregosi will give him a green light here, and Dave has to be patient because he can see that they're pitching around him.
Off speed.
Well, that was obvious from the first pitch that they were not going to challenge Hollins in that spot, and that was a very good at bat by Dave Hollins not to get impatient and chase something out of the strike zone.
Dave walks a lot. He got his 78th there. So Darren Dalton, who has had a double and line drive today, lined out to right, will bat here with 2 on and 2 outs in a 2-2 game. Darren, the club leader in RBIs with 102. Ball 1 on Dalton.
Oh, my goodness.
Uh-oh, we got a fan coming on the field here, and security's going to have to come after him. There'll be a delay while they run this down.
Yeah, and he has forgotten to wear his clothing, too.
So I think that we shall keep our cameras off of that, but we just want you to know what's going on. And he has been surrounded out in right center field.
That was a craze back in the 70s, those streakers. Gary Darling getting a little chuckle out of it.
They're going to have to wrap him up in something before they get him out of here.
Yeah. Yep, they have security guards surrounding him in the outfield right now to make sure that he is attired properly when he's exited off the field.
I have a good feeling, though, that he will not be seeing the rest of this ball game.
There's Doc Marone, who's been here for the weekend. Lou and Jim Fregosi are very good friends. They really respect each other a lot, so you see them sharing a little laugh there. Yep, now they got the guy dressed. We'll take him off the field.
Mostly dressed.
Yeah, they call him the lay streaker. I hope it was worth it to that guy.
Yeah, like I say, he's not. If he's a real baseball fan, school's out. He will not be seeing the rest of this one.
Actually left some of his clothing out there in shallow left field, and the ball girl picked it up with her glove.
You know, we're laughing about this, but there she is. It's not a good thing because it breaks the momentum of the game.
Oh,
you know,
sure.
I think it's tough on a guy like Dalton. It's tough on Reeder. Phillies have 2 on with 2 outs and a tie game. Dalton takes a strike, and the count is 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's a very festive city.
Just missed. So the count is 2 balls and a strike on Dalton. You didn't recognize that guy, did you? He didn't come from the French radio booth, did he?
No, I don't think so. No, Jock's still over there.
How about Raj?
Roger's on TV. Yeah, he's still up there.
Key spot. Phillies have never had the lead here this afternoon. They got down 2-0, came back to tie it on Holland's home run in the 3rd. No scoring since.
Ooh.
Some of those pitches are really close. Reeder has good control and doesn't miss by much.
Now they can run, and that helps because of the strong arms of Grissom and Walker in the outfield.
Duncan from second, Hollins from first. Into left field. It's going to fall for a hit. Phillies take the lead. Duncan scores. Hollins to third on a single by Dalton. 3-2 Phillies.
Dalton gets a streaker single there. Jammer right off his hands. And Rondell White is not a real good outfielder, at least at this point. He laid back on another ball. I don't know whether he didn't see it or not, but he doesn't charge it at all. Dalton just fights off a good pitch from Reeder, and it bounces in front of him with the runners going. As we talked about, they're going to score easily. See how he laid back on that? He really was not aggressive at all on it.
Dalton has just gained his 103rd run batted in. Here's Chamberlain. Gave himself up on a ground ball. Looked at a called third strike. He is 0 for 2. Fooled on the off-speed pitch.
Tammy Carter, Kelly Romanello, Philadelphia area. Like to say hello to friends at Eugenia Hospital. Up here for the weekend.
A 3-2 game where every single run has been scored with 2 outs.
Yeah, and the Expos countered first, and the Phillies have come back with 3 runs now with 2 outs to take the lead in this one.
1-1. Reeder has already issued 30 pitches this inning.
And naturally was started by Dykstra, who worked the count on him and hit a shot to right to Larry Walker, who caught it. but Lenny really makes a pitcher work.
Reeder steps off. Yeah, we figure that Lenny has probably seen more pitches than any batter in the league this year.
And Reeder pitched around Dave Hollins in a situation, and then Dalton hurt him.
Stays away from Chamberlain. The count is 2-1. And Hollins can hurt him some more if he gets in from third base.
Good hitting situation for West now to be selective.
Dalton safe. Reeder's got a pretty good step-off pickoff play. Cue shot by Chamberlain to make the count 2 balls and 2 strikes.
He didn't give in with a fastball there. And West was swinging fastball and hit the off-speed pitch off the end of the bat.
Chamberlain came into the game having had a hit in his previous at-bat off Reeder back in Philadelphia. Ground ball hit to third, and Berry can't handle it. Hollins scores. 4-2 Phillies.
Ball has to be caught. I don't know how they're going to score it, but he really misplayed it. They gave him a hit. That's another hit that was given that probably shouldn't have been, but the Phillies are very happy to get it. Sean Berry really misplayed that. What he does here is back up. See, his first movement is back, and once you do that, you're letting the ball play you. He had to charge that ball, and he didn't. And he backed up on it. It got by him, and they give him a base hit, and Phillies take another 2-run lead.
Phillies with 4 unanswered runs. Joe Kerrigan, the pitching coach for the Expos, is visiting the mound now. Chamberlain with his 41st run batted in. Darren Dalton stopped at second on the play, and the Phillies are up by 2.
They're going to get Brian Barnes up, the left-hander who pitched here in relief on Friday night. Guy the Phillies have seen quite a bit as a starter.
Coming to the plate for the Phillies will be Ruben Amaro. He's not had a hit today. Ruben is 0 for 2 on an infield ground out and a foul ball. Phillies have out hit Montreal 8-3 in the contest. Ruben starting his second straight ball game. Saw Incaviglia in the clubhouse this morning, still walking with a limp. It's better, but it's not. He's not ready to play. That's for sure.
No, he has a torn calf muscle, and it's going to be a while. It's when depth comes into play this time of the year, especially.
Foul back and just below our booth. No balls and 2 strikes on Amaro. Ruben really helped the Phillies out in a chunk of games in the middle of the summer when Chamberlain was hurt. And now with with Incaviglia sidelined, he's going to get some more playing time, and he had a hit in last night's game.
Phillies grinding it out here this afternoon, and that's what they need to do to try and beat this real good Montreal team another game.
Still alive. It's a 1-2 count on him. Well, Reeder has really had to work this inning, and he's had to work every inning for that matter. The Phillies have had hits every single time up.
Uh-oh, something must be wrong with Reeder because they're bringing the trainer and the umpire and Joe Kerrigan out.
Reeder doesn't look like he's in any particular pain, but I guess he's indicating that a knee is giving way on him. Here comes Felipe Alou out to the mound too.
Yep, something definitely happened to him on that pitch.
Looks like a knee, don't you think?
I don't know. Says he keeps saying he's okay.
He convinced him. What a way with words. Something he did out there, though, convinced them that he wasn't okay. Motion made to the Phillies dugout. It's not let's watch it here.
Yeah, it was definitely a leg.
Anyway, the Phillies were told that it's not an official visit, which is obvious because they have visited him once. Here's a ground ball, hard hit. Cordero can't get it. Turning second base, turning third is Dalton. He scores. Phillies lead 5-2. Cordero could not come up with it.
All of a sudden, the balls are starting to find holes now. You know, when things start to turn around a little bit for you and go a little bit better, the balls that are caught go through. Berry doesn't make the play, and now a ball one step to the left of Cordero. He just can't quite get it. Phillies get another 2-out run, and that's going to be it for Reeder. Cordero does all he can do here to try and keep it in the infield, but can't do it.
So Reeder will be leaving the ball game. He has not lost a major league ball game, an 8-0 record, but he's in jeopardy today as the Phillies lead it 5-2, and the left-hander Brian Barnes will be on. 4 2/3 innings for Reeder before he departs. And left-hander Brian Barnes takes over. A pitching change for the Expos. We'll be right back.
Upon completing the rear axle of C diagram set using a 9-inch gripping wrench, tighten the C diagram set and secure the frame extenders to the housing mount. Congratulations, you built a tricycle. While the simplest things can be made complex, the challenge is making the complex simple. But that's what we do at Bell Atlantic Mobile, with straight answers, clear explanations, and with no assembly required. Bell Atlantic Mobile, advanced technology and people who make it mean something.
It's like having a Phillies ticket window come right to your home. Call 463-1000 and reserve your tickets in advance. No rushing, no waiting, no hassle. 463-1000. It's like having a Phillies ticket window right in your home.
Phillies lead 5-2. We're in the 5th inning. Travel arranged through U.S. Air with new short hop fares, including low weekend children, youth, and senior fares to Greensboro and Indianapolis. U.S. Air begins with you. Brian Barnes, a left-hander, makes his 48th appearance for Montreal, mostly in relief. He has started 8 games. He's 2-6. Earned run average 4.18. And Barnes comes into his 2nd game in this series. Phillies are just about to send their 8th batter to the plate this inning, and they've taken a 5-2 lead on the Expos.
They had a bat around plus here the other night when they had their 7-run inning, but you know, the first 2 games in this series, they've had leads, 4-run leads. And now they have a 3-run lead, and they've seen Montreal come back and come right after them, so they know this a long way from over today.
Stocker, the batter, he's got a perfect game working with an intentional walk and a double his 2 times up today. All of this with 2 outs, still runners at 1st and 2nd. Stocker pops it up. Going to be a play here. Spear wants it, and the catcher makes the play. Phillies take a 5-2 lead in the 5th.
Don't you have anything to fit me? No offense, Mr. Jones, but you are a little on the small side. I need more choices. Harry, give me those genuine yellow pages. Look, choices. Italian, Greek, Chinese. You want more? Those are restaurants. That's right. You put some meat on those bones and come back and see us.
9 out of 10 use it.
Mr. Matterhorn.
The genuine New Jersey Bell yellow pages from Bell Atlantic.
Are you losing weight?
Pizza Hut has gone Hollywood. With a blockbuster Bigfoot movie deal. Now, every time you buy a Bigfoot pizza, you get a coupon for 1 free movie rental at Blockbuster with any other movie rental. So make it a Blockbuster night with Bigfoot.
My mother thanks you. My father thanks you. My plastic surgeon thanks you.
It's a Blockbuster deal from Pizza Hut.
What if someone were to design a car about the size of a Ford Taurus outside, but with more room for people than Taurus or Toyota Camry inside? Someone did. What if someone were to design a car with safety features Taurus and Camry don't give you, like both driver and passenger side airbags standard, or an available integrated child safety seat? Someone did. And what if a prestigious magazine were to name this car Automobile of the Year? One of them did. Dodge Intrepid. This changes.
Today's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Budweiser, fresh, pure, natural, proud to be your bud. Jiffy Lube, America's favorite oil change. And by AT&T, because you're not the same as anybody else, there's the I plan. The speakers here at Olympic Stadium, some of which are in play, depending upon where they are, and there have been home runs, not many, but a couple hit off those speakers. Well, the Phillies have taken a 5-2 lead as the Expos bat here in the bottom half of the 5th. They'll be at the top of the batting order. Grissom, DeShields, and Rondell White.
One of the most important things you can do is when you get a team down a little bit, the way the Phillies just did to the Expos with that kind of inning, is to get them out right away and not let them get back into it and start the crowd into the game and them start feeling good about themselves.
Grissom still has a smile on his face. He has walked and grounded out today. Jackson gets it over for a strike. He walked him on 4 pitches to start the ball game, and Grissom scored the first run for Montreal. Grissom has stolen third base in this series twice. Hollins can't get it. Grissom's got a hit. So once again, the Expos have their leadoff man on. They've done it 3 out of the 5 innings today.
Marquise Grissom scalded that ball. I mean, Dave Hollins had no chance. Watch how hard he hits this. Only way he catches that is if it's right at him.
Now the batter will be Delino DeShields. He has a perfect game, a walk and an RBI double. Phillies looking for a double play here, but if you turn a double play on these two, you know the ball is hard hit.
Yeah, and you know you hit it right near the bag, too. Stocker plays him up the middle. And Hollins cheats in at third.
2 balls and no strikes. This is where a pitcher's attention is divided because he's trying to hold Grissom on.
Well, in my opinion, he should forget about Grissom because he has a 3-run lead right now. Let him steal the base. The heck with him. You know, if Grissom distracts him in this situation, he shouldn't.
2 balls, no strikes. Close, but ball 3.
That's where the Expos hurt you, too, when they can get guys like Grissom and DeShields on base.
He has walked. Danny Jackson's first walk since the opening inning, but in the opening inning, he walked 3.
That's what you didn't want to see happen. Because you have them back on their heels right now. Now all of a sudden they have their 2 burners on base, and you know, they can start to smell a rally.
Here's a team, Wheels, that because the running game is so much a part of their attack, will probably be running even down by 3.
Now they will. Yeah, now you have to be careful that they might think about double stealing if you don't pay attention to them.
Phillies are going to get some bullpen action.
Mason's going to get up and start throwing, it looks like.
The hitter is Rondell White. He's 0 for 2. Base hit for White to the gap. He's got extra bases. 1 run scores. 2 runs score. It's a double for White, and it's a 5-4 game.
These guys have no quit in them. I mean, Montreal has been on this run for a reason, and you see why this weekend. Johnny Padres comes out, but you got him down, boom, by 3, and they're right back at you again.
And this crowd really whooping it up here at the Big O as Rondell White picks up RBIs number 7 and 8. And he scolded this one, too.
Yeah, well, Jackson's just trying to throw a first ball strike here, and Rondell White knew it, and he hit it hard to the gap.
White at second base. Larry Walker the batter, and we mentioned that Roger Mason is up and warming up. Walker today 0 for 2. Broken bat grounder to the mound. Line drive center field. Nobody out in the inning.
Now this crowd that was dead when this inning started, they're right back in it.
And it's another big one today. Walker hits a grounder to second. He's going to move the runner, though. Well, Kruk makes the play. Rondell White to third base. He represents the tying run.
Larry Walker gets the job done against the left-hander Jackson. He just wanted to pull the ball. The Expos now have a chance to tie it because the Phillies will play the infield back. Only in the 5th inning you give up the tying run here on a ground out.
Danny Jackson, not a strikeout pitcher. He might try for one, but he has one in the game today, and it's the batter coming up, Berry. Berry has an infield single, a run batted in, and he struck him out last time up.
Jackson's due to bat first in the 6th inning.
In on Berry, ball 1. Berry would like to come through. He had a defensive play today that he didn't perform, and he knows that cost his side.
2 runs.
In the dirt. Yeah. 2 balls, no strikes on Berry. Danny Jackson's had a couple of shaggy innings today. The first one and this one. Ball 3.
Pagose really doesn't want to bring Mason in with Jackson leading off the inning and you know, have to use him up. But if this guy gets on, he'd probably bring him in to pitch to Cordero. He's sure thinking about it right now.
Well, we're about to find out. Danny Jackson issues his 5th walk. Of course, if he does leave the ball game here, he won't be eligible to win it. And here comes Fregosi.
Yeah, he's going to have to do it. Danny Jackson's just lost it here in the 5th inning. And with these right-handed hitters coming up and Cordero's power, he's going to make him hit off Mason.
So Jackson wonders where it all went wrong as Roger Mason makes the move in from the pen. Pitching change at the Big O. Phillies lead 5-4. We're in the 5th.
I work Saturdays and Sundays. It's not a job. It's a dedication. I don't think you can teach someone to tune. You just got to practice until it's natural, just like breathing. There seems something mystic about it. So much beauty comes out of music.
Mellon PSFS, you're why we do our very best.
The Colonel's Rotisserie Gold is so good it deserves its own special size, like tangy barbecue baked beans, garden rice, macaroni and cheddar cheese, and hot cornbread muffins.
And when you hurry into KFC now, you can get a plump and juicy quarter chicken, plus 2 small side dishes and a warm cornbread muffin, all for this revolutionary price. Mouth-watering meal, irresistible deal. It's a whole new spin on delicious.
The Colonel's Rotisserie Gold. We do chicken right.
Danny Jackson out of the ball game. Now Phillies still have the lead, even though Danny can't personally win the ball game. The Phillies are up 5-4 as Roger Mason comes on and will try to get Will Cordero. Mason is appearing in his 63rd ball game this year, 29th since joining the Phillies. Roger is 4-11 and a 3.98 earned run average. With the Phillies, he's 4-4. Mason will go up against Cordero, who today has walked and popped up, and he's in a key spot here because the Expos have runners at first and third, and there's only one out in the inning. So these runs are the first that have been scored today by either side with less than 2 outs. Cordero to be followed by Randy Reddy. Cordero who hit a 3-run home run here last night in the 8th inning off Tommy Green, gets in here again with 2 men on base. A strained right hamstring is the reason that Reeder left the ball game today. There's a strike. Strained hamstring, and Reeder was taken out.
Expos trying to take him off the hook now, too. He hasn't lost a game here in the big leagues. He can't win it, of course. But if they get it tied, he would be off the hook for it.
Yeah, the Phillies beat Montreal the last time he started the ball game, but he was not the pitcher of record there either. And Roger Mason's in a situation where if he pitches well here, he could get the victory in this ball game.
Phillies have the infield now double play depth, and Mason throws a lot of sliders, staying away. Now Darren Dalton just walked out in front of the plate and made a motion to Mason, make sure you stop, because we've had a few balks called in this series on guys not stopping from the stretch. So he wants him to make sure he comes full stop like that.
2 balls and a strike. The home plate umpire today is Gary Darling, and he's the guy that did call
one from second and one from first. We got him from 2 different spots, one on the Expos, one on the Phillies.
San Francisco leading Cincinnati 3-0 there in the 4th inning today at Riverfront Stadium. Line drive, Hollins get on third, and a double play. Whoa, how about that? The Expos in the inning pick up 2 hits. They leave 1 man on base, and the Phillies retain a 5-4 lead.
You can feel it deep inside. Dedication and a real sense of pride. And you're giving it your best. Proud to be your bud. Budweiser. Proud to be your bud. Proud to be your bud. Ooh, yeah. Proud to be your bud. Proud to be your bud.
Some people hate to stop for gasoline. We do it for a living. Just going from one Sunoco station to another. Checking to make sure a gallon is truly a gallon. That the octane you pay for is the octane you get. That the gasoline is as good coming out of the pump as it was coming out of the refinery. So next time you're moaning because you have to pull over for gasoline, think of us. We have to stop 1,183 times this year.
The Colonel's Rotisserie Gold is so good it deserves its own special sides, like tangy barbecue baked beans, garden rice, macaroni and cheddar cheese, and hot cornbread muffins.
And when you hurry into KFC now, you can get a plump and juicy quarter chicken, plus 2 small side dishes and a warm cornbread muffin. All for this revolutionary price. Mouth-watering meal. Irresistible deal. It's a whole new spin on delicious.
The Colonel's Rotisserie Gold. We do chicken right.
The 45th annual Phillies Yearbook available now. Colorful book containing 72 pages of photos, stats, interesting articles about these 93 Phillies. Order this keepsake of the 93 years. Send a check or money order for $8. Includes mailing to Phillies Yearbook, Box 7575, Philadelphia 19101. Be sure to include a return address and please allow 2 weeks for delivery.
Boy, sometimes you catch a break, and here's one right here. A rocket right at Dave Hollins. No chance for Rondell White to get back, and doubles him off third. Big break for the Phillies.
So they stay ahead 5-4. We go to the 6th inning, and leading it off is Roger Mason. He has a hit for the Phillies. He's 1 for 2 in a Phillies uniform, 1 for 5 for the year.
And Jim Fregosi needs some work out of Roger Mason right now, so he's going to let him hit here.
Ryan Barnes gets another. Yeah. It depends how you describe it.
Yeah.
No balls and 2 strikes on Roger. Brian Barnes got the final out of last inning on 1 pitch. It takes him 3 pitches to get Mason. Lenny Dykstra, he's 2 out of 3 today, 2 singles, scored 1 run.
Sam Frankhauser, crew from Lancaster County, Jack, Barry, Randy. I wish a happy birthday to Dusty Steyer back home. That group has been up here the whole weekend. Said they hope Harry's feeling better. Yeah, Harry's had a little cold this weekend, Harry the K, but he'll make it.
Lenny takes low, ball 1.
Anybody who's been here since Friday has seen some series. This has been a memorable one, and this shows signs of being another one before it's over.
You would predict that the final score will not be 5-4. Huh?
I just don't think so, the way these two teams have been battling each other.
Pop up, maybe a play. Spear has just enough room. Boy, I mean just enough. Oh, wait a minute. No, he didn't. There is some interference. Dykstra's still alive.
It must have caught. It must have hit the wall down there or hit the screen a little bit. Gary Darling was right back there with it.
We couldn't see it all from our angle. When Spear went back, he was out of our view, but let's watch.
Must deflect. It did. It hit something up high and came back.
Probably one of the guy wires.
Yeah.
So Lenny remains alive. A 1-1. There's the guy wires that hold that screen. It probably hit on there because I don't think it hit the screen. 1-1.
Lenny talking to himself down there.
And anybody else in the immediate vicinity who will listen?
Well, he's just talking to himself about he didn't like the swing he just had.
He's not going to get a whole lot of sympathy from Spear on that.
No, he's not talking to Spear. He's just has little meetings with himself. He's a very intense player.
A 1-2 pitch. High, facing Barnes for the first time. 2-2.
And he's 2 for 5 off him this year. Barnes started a game here at Olympic Stadium against the Phillies early on back in June.
Look out. That hit the bat. Hit the bat somehow.
Thank goodness with the sound that made.
Boy, it was going to either hit the bat or hit Lenny. And boy, that was bearing on him. Watch this play.
Yep, there it is.
Hit the bat above the helmet.
Now he's trying to duck out of the way, and the bat stays up there, and the ball hits right off it and goes over the screen behind home plate.
asks for time. 2-2's the count on him. There's 1 out in the inning. The bases are empty. Phillies have had hits in every inning. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Lenny thinks it's inside, and you see his reaction. He thinks Barnes got a break.
So we can tell from this angle. It's tough to tell whether that's inside or not. Ball ran back. Now you get a better idea here. That's close. Pretty good pitch he made on him.
Now Barnes will face Mariano Duncan, who doubled his last time up, extending his hitting streak to 18 in a row. Longest hitting streak in the league this year is a 21-gamer. DeShields had it. Ball 2, 2-0. Another 21-game hitting streak was accomplished by Robbie Thompson of San Francisco back in May and early June. DeShields' streak came in late June and through most of July.
Duncan's going to have to sit on it because he starts serving his 3-game suspension tomorrow night.
On the corner. 2 balls and a strike. Back for the Braves series, huh?
Right.
Over the head of Randy Reddy, and another hit for Duncan. He's going to go for 2. Walker with a great arm. He's in, a double.
Larry Walker dekes runners into going. Now, there's no doubt in my mind he did that just then. He could have gotten to that ball a little quicker, but he takes his time. Now he sees he's going, and now he pivots and uses that great arm, and Duncan just beats it. I mean, he wanted him to go there. Larry Walker feels he can throw you out on that kind of play, and he almost always does.
Walker has 13 assists. Now Dunk has a double, his second of the afternoon. The Phillies have 4 doubles in the ball game. They lead the league in doubles. John Kruk is coming up. Phillies 5, Montreal 4 in the 6th.
That ball really is a double off the bat, you know, if you run hard, and that's just what Duncan did. And maybe Walker right at the beginning didn't think he was going to go, and then found out, yeah, I got a problem here.
Now here's Kruk. He's had a tough day. He's 0 for 3. The ball hasn't left the infield, and the last time a hitter's nightmare. They got him on a check swing.
It's been a game of 2 out hits for the Phillies today, and they're looking for another one.
They have out hit the Expos 10-5, but that lead is down to 1 run. That's in for a strike. 1-1. Talk about having a meeting with yourself. John does that a lot too. He's got his helmet back to right where he wants it.
Yeah, he likes it when it has a little pine tar on it.
No decision to be made there. 2 balls and a strike on John. Brian Barnes in relief of Kirk Reeder.
Kruk staggers away from the plate. He hurt his knee a little bit last night on that ball when Williams threw it away down the line. He slipped going after it, and you could see that that bothered him a little bit then.
Three balls and a strike on John.
Phillies would really like to get Hollins up here off this left-hander, and now Spears is going to go talk to Barnes. And you would think they would challenge Kruk in this situation.
They've got nobody warming up, right? So they, Hollins will definitely bat off him if he gets a chance. Felipe Alou, what a terrific record the Expos have since Felipe took over here. 155 wins and 118 losses in a season and a half.
Well-respected baseball man.
Ball 4. So Kruk draws his 106th walk. And Dave Hollins, who has a 2-run home run today, will bat. Hollins in the ball game, 1 for 2 plus a walk. He scored twice. Hollins has scored 97 runs.
Hollins off of Barnes is 3 for 13 lifetime. No homers, no runs batted in.
It's a strike. Mel Rojas is up, but he just got up.
And he has been struggling.
High, 1 ball, 1 strike on Hollins. Dave now with 86 runs batted in. Boy, that's tremendous considering he lost 15 games out of the heart of the season with that hand operation. And still, it's amazing that he didn't lose more games than that.
Yeah, and he had to really battle through a lot of problems with that hand.
Caught the corner.
Well, this guy's got a big plate. I mean, Hollins is saying, "Oh, you got me inside on the first one, all right, but the plate can't be that big." Well, look where this one is. I mean, that ball's a foot outside. Jeez. I mean, it's one or the other. Either inside corner or outside corner.
Well, Barnes getting those calls, probably going to keep going to those corners. Just a little low with a breaking ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Phillies ahead 5-4. We're in the 6th. But a once comfortable 5-2 lead has gotten down to 1.
It's been the story of this series.
Once comfortable leads, huh?
Oh, I've said that a few times. Don't use that word comfortable anymore.
Brian Barnes strikes him out on a foul tip. He wound up striking out the side. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left, and the Phillies retain a 5-4 advantage.
All right. Name the fast food restaurant that serves burgers and fried chicken.
Roy's. It's Roy's. Where do they get these people?
For a limited time at Roy Rogers, $1.99 gets you a quarter-pound hamburger with regular fries or a 2-piece chicken with cornbread.
I'll take underwater farming for 50.
I'll take Roy's for $1.99.
Ford dealers know some problems can't be diagnosed in the shop, so they have a unique traveling companion, the Portable Vehicle Analyzer. It records engine data in ways no human eyes and ears can. Then it tells us what's wrong, so it can be serviced right the first time. Quality care, where the quality continues.
For quality service or to test drive one of the best-selling cars and trucks in America, see your local Quality Plus Ford dealer today.
Remember love beads?
Groovy.
And lockers? Hot pants? And paisley. Of course, Twister.
Isn't this great?
Involuntary bodily movements. Far out, man.
Mr. Shirt?
Can you dig it? On the Wonder Years.
Weeknights 5:30 and 6 on PHL 17.
Today's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by the Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic company. Your local Hyundai dealer. Hyundai, cars that make sense. And by Nationwide Insurance. Nationwide is on your side. Your Nationwide agent in Philadelphia is William Wysotki.
Well, they're going to send that big Cliff Floyd out now to bat for Randy Reddy. Floyd, who made his major league debut here last night, struck out as we look at the roof here at the Big O. Struck out against Tommy Green, and he is the phenom's phenom. Everybody's pick is one of the next really good players in baseball, they say. And when you see him, what a specimen. You're seeing him for the first time, and they say he can fly, too.
Well, he spent the majority of the summer in Harrisburg, so we may have some fans watching who saw him there with the Senators. He batted .329 in Harrisburg, 26 homers, 101 RBIs. Then he went to Ottawa for 32 games and batted .240 there with a couple more homers and 18 RBIs. Takes a mighty rip, no contact.
He is, what we've seen so far, he's very anxious, obviously, his first couple of major league at-bats, and he's chasing some pitches. Number 1 pick, 1991 for Montreal. Been hearing a lot about him and Rondell White over the last few years, and they're up.
Takes another mighty rip.
He's trying to pull everything that's away. So you notice Roger Mason is just staying away from him and not giving him anything middle in.
Curtis Pride is in the on-deck circle to bat for Spear. And the Expos have Rojas up in the bullpen again. Struck him out on 3 pitches.
Yeah, they're taking advantage of his inexperience right now. And have gotten him twice now in his 2 major league at-bats by staying away from him.
Now, Curtis Pride coming up, the young man who is 95% deaf, had a big hit here the other night and got a long ovation as a result of it.
Big double left center.
Pride also spent the majority of the year at Harrisburg. He batted .356 there with 15 homers, 39 RBIs. He was also a .300 hitter at AAA Ottawa. .302 he batted there in 69 games. Ball 1.
Does wear a hearing aid from what we're told. I think you can see it right there, and he has just evidently some hearing.
Yeah, 5%.
Yeah, and he's a very good lip reader.
They say he goes to the ball in the outfield. He plays it by the angle, which is, his only recourse.
Yeah, what you mean by that, of course, is a lot of hitters play off the sound of the bat.
Sure.
And, whether how hard it's hit, if it's a broken bat, how to react accordingly.
John Vanderwall is in the on-deck circle as the Expos go to 3 consecutive pinch hitters in the inning. He swung at that, it looks like, from here, and he did.
It was a breaking ball, and he chased it.
Joe West makes the call from third base.
Yep, there it was, and he definitely crossed the plate on that one.
Ball and 2 strikes on Pride. He's out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Roger Mason. And now John Vanderwall coming up. Well, Vanderwall's been here most of the year. He's hitting .239, 5 homers, 28 RBIs. Batting for pitcher Brian Barnes. Brian Barnes did a nice job. He came in and got the last out of the 5th. Pitched another inning. So an inning and a third of scoreless baseball for Barnes, and he struck out the side in the top half of the inning. Vanderwall takes a strike. Vanderwall drove in 3 runs against the Phillies on June 30th of last year, a career high for him. 1-1. So when we go to the 7th inning, the Phillies will be looking at Mel Rojas. Outside, it's 2 balls and a strike on Vanderwall. Roger Mason got the line drive double play in the 5th. 3-1.
He's had the 2 young hitters, Floyd and Pride, in this inning, and they've chased some pitches. Vanderwall, a more experienced player, has not.
A little bit low. Mason issues his first walk, but it's number 6 overall by Phillies pitching today. And Marquise Grissom is having a fine ball game. He has scored 2 of the Expo runs following a walk and a single. He's 1 for 2 as a batter. Phillies lead 5-4 in the 6th. Giants 4, Reds 2 in the 6th inning. Braves play tonight. That's a strike. Mason gets a slider over. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Just came in on Grissom. Let's see the way Dalton wants to work him now. Grissom is a really good high ball hitter. We're coming back inside again. Jammed him. Good pitch.
Sure did, and it's going to be a play for Duncan and an easy one. Puts it away for the out. So down go the Montreal Expos. Harry Callis and Rich Ashburn are back in the 7th inning with the Phillies ahead 5-4.
When Bob borrowed a lawnmower, all he got was short grass. When Bob borrowed hedge clippers, all he got was nice shrubs. When Bob borrowed a ladder, all he got was red shutters. When Bob borrowed a hose, all he got was wet. But when Bob borrowed money, he got indispensable banking services. The Mellon PSFS Smart Accounts. The package accounts for people who borrow as well as save.
We thought we'd been everywhere, seen everything. We were wrong.
We're back to the bone. We're back to the bone.
These guys were weird, and we liked it. Later, they took us to the Tower of Bud. Brother, tomorrow we ride again.
Drive all of the rest, then put the best to the test.
Mercury Villager now outsells all import minivans, Toyota, Nissan, and Mazda. One reason, Villager is the only minivan to pass all federal car safety requirements and offers standard anti-lock brakes.
Drive all of the rest, then put the best to the test.
Put Villager to the test. See your Lincoln Mercury dealer now.
You'll get a great-looking Phillies poster free, compliments of Acme, plus plenty of fun surprises when the Phillies play the Braves on Fan Appreciation Day, Sunday, September 26th at 1:35. Reserve your tickets now. Call 463-1000.
After 6 innings of play, it's the Phillies 5 and the Expos 4. Tonight at 6, Michael Dudikoff seeks justice for those abandoned by the system. Don't miss the premiere of Cobra right here on PHL 17. There's Harry Callis in the 7th.
Cliff Floyd, thanks, Rich, will stay in the game and play first base.
New catcher is going to be Joe Siddle. And Mel Rojas is the new pitcher. Rojas had a great year last year. He struggled a little bit this year. 5 8, 10 saves, 3.11 ERA is respectable. 1 strike to Darren Dalton. He throws a fastball, a slider, and a forkball.
He's had a lot of trouble with control, Rojas, this season. Well, they seem to be laying off that forkball.
Ground ball, Delino to Shields. Throws Dalton out. One down, and that'll bring on Wes Chamberlain. Chamberlain has grounded out, struck out, singled, and knocked in a run. Phillies lead it by a score of 5-4 here in the 7th. David West now is throwing in the Phillies bullpen. Chopped to shortstop Cordero. Chamberlain is retired. That's 2 down, and that'll bring on Ruben Amaro. Amaro has singled in 3 at-bats and knocked in a run. Seventh inning, Phillies lead by a run.
Up to the bullpens again.
Good fastball for a strike.
Phillies have done a good job against the starters Montreal has thrown, but they haven't done anything against the bullpen.
Foul back and out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. Rojas last year was 7-1, 10 saves, and a 1.43 ERA. Pitched over 100 innings out of the bullpen. Hasn't been quite as effective this year. Struck out Amaro, so he has a 1-2-3 inning here in the 7th. No runs, hits, errors, and none less. Stretch time at Olympic Stadium. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 5-4 Phillies.
On the season premiere of Renegade.
I love you, Val.
He's lost everything he ever cared about.
We got him.
Now, he may never have to run again.
That was Hound Adams. He said he's got some information about the night Hog killed Val.
And one man has all the answers.
Dixon killed my brother, man.
Don't help! If he can keep that man alive.
This man can save my life.
You might not make it.
On Renegade. Tonight at 7 on PHL 17.
Mike's the first guy that ever explained life insurance in a way that we could understand it.
Making things clear is the part of my job I like best.
He showed us all the options that Nationwide has and even helped us choose.
It's training, seminars and updates. It just never stops at Nationwide.
With life insurance, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And we know Mike.
Agents like Mike are Nationwide.
Nationwide is on your side.
It's
It's like having a Phillies ticket window come right to your home. Call 463-1000 and reserve your tickets in advance. No rushing, no waiting, no hassle. 463-1000. It's like having a Phillies ticket window right in your home.
Hello, I'm Dick Vermeil. Does age alter thirst perception? You should remember that your perception decreases with age, making dehydration more likely. Make sure you drink enough water before and after exercise to make up for any water lost.
Dave Holland's two-run home run in the third inning tied the game at 2-2. Phillies had 3 straight RBI singles in the fifth to take a 5-2 lead. Duncan has a couple of doubles in the game to extend his hitting streak to 18. But the Phillies have a 1-run lead, 5-4, bottom of the 7th.
Double switch for the Phils. Milt Thompson comes into play left field, replacing Ruben Amaro. He will bat in the number 9 spot, and David West is the new pitcher. He will bat in the number 7 spot. Facing Delino DeShields right there for a strike. DeShields has walked, doubled, and walked. West 6-4, 2.94 ERA. 3 saves. Bounces that one up there. David has appeared in all 3 games of this series. Was wild in the first game. Faced 4 men, walked 3 of them, and hit a batsman. Then came in last night and had a 1-2-3 inning. Missing. It's 2-1. 2 balls and a strike to DeShields. Just missed. 3-1. West is second in the league in appearances. This is 71st game. Only Mike Jackson of San Francisco has appeared in more. Didn't want to walk him. He's a base stealer. Shields leads off with a walk.
In the first game, the walks really hurt the Phillies. They've hurt them in this game, too. Danny Jackson was unusually wild. He walked 5. 2 of those 5 walks scored.
Good job turned in by Roger Mason. 1 2/3 innings of runless, hitless ball. He struck out 2. Walked 1. One ball and no strikes to Rondell White. White is flied out to right, grounded out, and doubled to knock in 2. High 2-0.
Threw the first strike over to DeShields and hasn't thrown one since.
Phillies pitching has put a lot of men on base. 19 walks in this series. That was borderline low, but Darling has been calling the low pitch. Anything over the belt he doesn't call.
Looked like Dalton. I think that ball sailed on him. I don't think it was a slider. Sometimes they just sail. I believe that's what happened to that one.
Fouls it out of play. It's 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes to Rondell White. Ball into center field. Lenny Dykstra there. White is retired for out number 1. I'll bring up Larry Walker. Walker's nothing out of 3 is grounded out, fly to deep center and grounded out.
West has gone into that slide move to the plate. That would give Dalton a little better shot at throwing out a runner. Now he just reached out and took that deliberately.
David West and Darren Dalton saying something to Gary Darling, the plate umpire. He just put his shoulder out and
he just flicked his arm out there and took it. You see Hollins do that a lot. Now watch Walker. He just left it there, just turned on it.
Yep. Jim Fregosi coming out. That's going to be it for West. Larry Anderson will come in. Larry Walker getting on Kruk's hair. Pitching change for the Phils. We're in the 7th, 5-4. Phils lead by a run back after these messages.
Mike's the first guy that ever explained life insurance in a way that we could understand it.
Making things clear is the part of my job I like best.
He showed us all of the options that Nationwide has and even helped us choose.
It's training. Seminars and updates. It just never stops at Nationwide.
With life insurance, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And we know Mike.
Agents like Mike are Nationwide.
Nationwide is on your side.
Some people hate to stop for gasoline. We do it for a living. Just going from one Sunoco station to another. Checking to make sure a gallon is truly a gallon. That the octane you pay for is the octane you get. That the gasoline is as good coming out of the pump as it was coming out of the refinery. So next time you're moaning because you have to pull over for gasoline, think of us. We have to stop 1,183 times this year.
Larry Anderson, the Phillies' new pitcher. This will be his 57th game. He's won 3, lost 2, no saves, a 3.19 ERA. 53 2/3 innings he's pitched, 48 hits and 19 earned runs. He has struck out 57 while walking 21. He comes on here with Montreal runners at first and second and 1 out. And the Phils leading by a run. He'll be facing Sean Berry. And they'll have to keep an eye on the base runners. Delino DeShields at second and Larry Walker at first. Montreal has been stealing bases in this series, and they have been stealing third base a lot.
Yeah, Larry Anderson with that big leg kick. You know, somebody's going to have to stay home with DeShields at second, try to keep him close.
And Don Paul will get up in the Phillies bullpen. Here's Sean Berry. Chases a slider, 1 strike to him.
Almost a quick pitch by Anderson. You better stop because that fellow behind the plate has already called 2 balks in this series.
1 from second and 1 from first. Looking DeShields back to second base. Out of the bat with another slider, 0-2.
And Anderson went to the slide move there to home plate. That's a good idea. I mean, keeps the runner from getting that huge jump. Also gives the hitter a little different look.
Wouldn't chase that slider. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Shields at second, Walker at first, 1 out. Phil's lead by a run. He struck him out. That's out number 2 in the inning. And it'll bring up Will Cordero.
He struck him out on a fastball, I believe. In on him, in on Barry. He was looking slider.
He'll do that when they feel like they're looking away, and he'll come in.
His fastball has a little sink to it also.
Cordero has walked, popped up, and lined into a double play. Played off the slider, 1-0. Didn't lay off that slider, 1-1. Bouncing ball to Kevin Stocker, and the Phillies are out of the 7th inning. Nothing across for Montreal. We go to the 8th. 5-4 Phils.
There we were, a jillion miles outside of the hood. The bus got a flat, got no jack. Homie's got to cut his grass. What's up?
4.5. Here, 4.5. Here, down. 600. Sold.
The man's round sells, but he's got no beat. Pardon me.
That was that. Huh?
Yo, MC Cow Seller. Fresh.
This is the all-new 1994 Mitsubishi Galant. Unlike the Nissan Altima, there's nothing small about the Galant. It features a longer wheelbase and wider track, more hip room, front leg room, and shoulder room. All this and dual airbags at a starting price of $14,020 means the Altima can't measure up to the new Galant.
Drive the new Galant at your Pennsylvania, New Jersey, or Delaware Mitsubishi Motors dealer.
AT&T, for sure.
AT&T.
Definitely.
If price were no object, which international long-distance company would business people choose?
AT&T.
I'd say AT&T. People said they'd choose AT&T 7-to-1 over anyone if price were no object, and now it may not be. Introducing Maximum Advantage. Now if your business spends over $200 a month, you can automatically get AT&T's lowest price guaranteed on international and domestic calls with
AT&T.
Absolument. Maximum Advantage from AT&T. Far and away the best in the business.
Today's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Bell Atlantic Mobile, advanced technology and people who make it mean something. By the Pennsylvania Lottery. Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians. And by your local Dodge dealers. Come in today because we know how to help. Kevin Stocker leads it off for the Phillies here in the 8th inning. Stocker has been intentionally walked, doubled, and fouled out. This ballpark here at Olympic Stadium in Montreal, and these fans can be the loudest in the league. They can also be the quietest in the league.
Well, the Phillies' lead has probably stifled them some. Not much of a lead.
1 ball and 1 strike to Kevin Stocker. Stocker's been intentionally walked, doubled, and fouled out. On the inside corner, 1-2. Ground ball hit sharply, but Floyd will make the play. 1 down, and brings up Milt Thompson.
Fella has a lot of reach. Stocker hit it on the button.
Thompson batting for the first time. He's hitting at .259. One and nothing. Fouls it out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. Phillies lead by a run, about hit the Expos 10-5.
Milt has that rocking style when he bats. If he had a baby in his arms, he'd probably rock him right to sleep.
Two balls and 2 strikes to Thompson. Ground ball to third, right off the glove of Berry. So that'll be an error on Sean Berry.
He's made some good plays in this series, but he's messed up a couple. That one was one. This ball had a lot of spin to it because of the way Milt hit it inside out. And his foot. Didn't he have rolled up his arm?
Brings on Lenny Dykstra, who's 2 out of 4. He has singled twice, lined to right, and struck out. He has scored a run. For a called strike. Lofted in the air to left field. Rondale White right near the line makes the grab. Dykstra's out, 2 down. It'll bring up Mariano Duncan. Duncan's hit into a fielder's choice, flied out, and has twice doubled. Jackson back. Play by Barry, and they get Thompson at second. So Barry, who made an error in this inning, makes a superb play to take a hit away from Mariano Duncan. No runs, no hits, one error, one left. We go to the bottom of the eighth. 5-4 Phillies.
Pizza Hut has gone Hollywood. With a blockbuster Bigfoot movie deal. Now, every time you buy a Bigfoot pizza, you get a coupon for one free movie rental at Blockbuster with any other movie rental. So make it a Blockbuster night with Bigfoot.
My mother thanks you. My father thanks you. My plastic surgeon thanks you.
It's a Blockbuster deal from Pizza Hut.
For quick response. For smooth acceleration. Turn him loose. For a cleaner engine, turn him loose. Move up to 93 octane Exxon Supreme and turn the Tiger loose.
Introducing a Honda rarity. Well, it's more of an unusual occurrence. Actually, it's never happened like this before. Definitely out of the ordinary. As a matter of fact, we've never uttered these words before. And though it's our first, at these prices, they're not gonna last.
Good afternoon, I'm Neil Hartman. Scores in the National League this afternoon. Colorado over Los Angeles in the fourth, 6-2. 4-3 San Diego leads Houston in the eighth. In the eighth inning, Florida 2, Chicago nothing in the seventh. St. Louis 5-4 over Pittsburgh. The Giants are looking to sweep the Reds in Cincinnati. It's 4-3 in the seventh, and Atlanta takes on New York tonight. The Eagles have won their third straight. They won 34-31 on a last-second touchdown over the Redskins this afternoon. Back to Montreal, 5-4. Phillies lead in the bottom of the eighth. Harry and Richie.
All right, thanks, Neil. And the Phils are back home tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday nights against the Florida Marlins. Then on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, a big weekend with the Atlanta Braves. David Justice, Terry Pendleton and company move in. Friday night, Saturday's a day game. Don't forget, it's been changed to 3 o'clock. Sunday, Pan Appreciation Day at 1:35. For tickets, call 463-1000. Cliff Floyd leads it off. This is his second at bat. He came in to pinch hit for Randy Reddy. One ball and one strike to him. On deck is Lou Frazier. One to Floyd. He hit .329 at Harrisburg, 26 homers, 101 RBIs. Likes the ball inside. Andy's coming way into him, and he's fouling it off. One ball and 2 strikes.
He swung it 2 balls inside. He really does. He smothers that ball. It's the only place he can hit that pitch is foul.
Backdoor breaking ball struck him out. So Floyd is called out on strikes. Anderson's second strikeout, 1 down.
That's a perfect pitch right there. Might have been a shade outside, close.
Lou Frazier coming up to hit for Joe Siddle. And Darren Fletcher moves into the on-deck circle. The bat for the pitcher, Rojas. Frazier hitting .285, switch hitter. As a pinch hitter, he's 12 for 46. Just misses for a ball, 1-0.
Ooh.
Just missing again, 2-0.
That's a pitch that he thinks is high, or he doesn't call it a strike. It's right around the belt.
Two balls and a strike. Beats a foul. It's 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes to Lou Frazier. Just missing. 3-2. Fouls it off. Still 3-2 to Frazier. Eighth inning, Phillies lead by a run. Frazier called out on strikes. Third strikeout for Anderson. Bring on Darren Fletcher.
That pitch was low.
He keeps calling the low ones all day.
He's
And
been
anything
calling
around,
all day.
anything around the belt, he doesn't call.
That's under the knees, and Anderson threw better pitches than that as far as strikes are concerned, but he got the one he needed there.
Fletcher hitting at .264. Beats the ball foul. Fletcher has been a good pinch hitter, 7 for 14, including a home run. Nothing in 2. Wide, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
They want to try to figure out a put-away pitch here. It'd probably be something away. I would think that fastball away would be a pretty good pitch now, or the backdoor slider.
One and 2 the count to Darren Fletcher. It's a foul down the left field side.
It was a good pitch, a backdoor slider. Pitch he can hit, but not a pitch he can drive all that far.
He popped him up. In the infield, Duncan and Kruk. Duncan makes the call and makes the grab, and that will end the inning. Great job turned in by Larry Anderson. No runs, hits, errors, none left. We go to the 9th inning. Phillies lead 5-4. Inky, Izzy, The Wild Thing, Batty, Dutch, Dude, The Crucker, and friends. Request the pleasure of your company at Veterans Stadium in 1994. Season ticket plans range from full season to as few as 13 games. For more information, call 463-5000.
Drive on the rest, then put the best to the test.
Mercury Villager now outsells all import minivans, Toyota, Nissan, and Mazda. One reason? Villager is the only minivan to pass all federal car safety requirements and offers standard anti-lock brakes.
Drive on the rest, then put the best to the test.
Put Villager to the test. See your Lincoln Mercury dealer now.
Tim Scott, the hard-throwing right-hander, is the new pitcher for Montreal. This will be his 55th game, counting his work with San Diego. 6-2 his record with 1 save, a 2.82 ERA. He won the first game of this series in extra innings. He's pitched 70 1/3 innings, averages close to a strikeout per inning, 63 strikeouts and 33 walks.
He came in the 12th inning Friday night and gave up a walk and then struck out the side.
Darren Fletcher stays in the game to catch. Scott came over from San Diego in the Arquis and Crocco deal. We're in the ninth. Phil's lead by a run, 5-4, and John Kruk will lead it off. Krucker's 0 for 3 with a walk. Mitch Williams up in the Phillies bullpen. He'll come out in the bottom half of the 9th inning. One strike to Kruk.
Wonder how hard that Scott threw before he hurt his arm. He gets it up there in a hurry now.
Sure does.
He had a serious arm injury.
One hopper right at the Shields, and Kruk is retired. That'll bring up Dave Hollins. Hollins is 1 for 3. It was a 2-run home run.
Like Frank Tanana's debut for the Yankees did not go very well. Red Sox leading the Yankees 8-2.
One ball and no strikes to Dave Hollins. Two and nothing. Good fastball, 2-1. Just missed, 3-1. Tim Scott's 26 years old, from Hanford, California. Originally signed by the Dodgers. Hollins is aboard with a walk. Dave's second walk of the game. Among the league leaders in that category, now has 79. It brings on Darren Dalton, who has doubled, line to deep right, singled and grounded out. He has knocked in a run. Fouls it back and out of play. No balls and a strike to Dalton.
To hit that fastball, you have to swing hard, and if you ever hit one, it ought to go a long way, but you have to catch up to it. It's all he's thrown in this appearance is fastballs. He does have a slider.
Two strikes to Dalton. That's now with 103 RBIs. He led the league in runs batted in last year with 109. But it will take more than that this year to lead the league. Phillies lead by a run, 5-4. He's high with it, 1-2. Pop foul. It'll come behind the Phillies dugout and out of play. Still 1-2 to Darren Dalton. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Well, that's that good fastball, and we wound up a little bit outside, but too close to take.
Jim Eisenreich will bat for Wes Chamberlain and stay in the game and play right field. Eisenreich hitting at .338. As a pinch hitter, 3 for 18. Scott throws hard, as you can see. Two quick strikes to Eisenreich.
I think he gets it in there faster than Wetland. I mean, he's just thrown one pitch and nobody's touched it. In the two appearances he's made in this series.
Dave Holland's at first base with 2 outs here in the ninth. Mitch Williams will be facing the top of the Expo order in the bottom half of the ninth inning. Marquise Grissom, Delino DeShields, and Rondell White. Hollins takes off, and that's hit in the air to center, but Marquise Grissom makes the grab. For the Phils in the ninth, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom half of the ninth inning. Wild Thing time. Phils lead by a run, 5-4.
It's pretty safe to say that nobody's going to award us the Nobel Prize for designing a filtering system for Sunoco gasoline. But what this filter does is keep the tiny particles that can find their way into gasoline from finding their way into your engine. We've been told we're a tad on the obsessive side. Tell that to the guy on the side of the road with a clogged fuel line.
It looks like the coach is really mad now.
Look at you. You're dull. You're rusty. I've seen you outperformed in the rain, the snow.
You haven't had one good season yet.
It's going to be different. You're going to get tough. Rust tough.
You know why? Because Rust Tough has a unique fast-drying formula with rust inhibitors that form a tough, hard-nosed defense against rust.
Look at you now. You're tough. You're going to shine.
No runs, no drips, no... Got rust? Get tough. Rust Tough.
Upon completing the rear axle assembly diagram set using a 9-inch gripping wrench, tighten the C diagram set to secure the frame extenders to the housing mount.
Congratulations. You built a tricycle. While the simplest things can be made complex, the challenge is making the complex simple. But that's what we do at Bell Atlantic Mobile, with straight answers, clear explanations, and with no assembly required. Bell Atlantic Mobile. Advanced technology and people who make it mean something.
You'll get a great-looking Phillies poster free, compliments of Acme, plus plenty of fun surprises when the Phillies play the Braves on Fan Appreciation Day, Sunday, September 26th at 1:35. Reserve your tickets now. Call 463-1000.
Jim Eisenreich stays in the game to play right field. Kim Baptiste comes into play third base, and the new pitcher is Mitch Williams. Williams is appearing in his 60th game. He's won 3, lost 5, 39 saves, a 3.34 ERA. He lost the game on Friday night. He saved the game last night. Marquise Grissom will be the first one to face him. Grissom 1 for 3. Over for a called strike. Pops a foul, back and out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 to Marquise Grissom. A little bit high, 1-2. High and away, 2-2. Grissom got his first ever hit against Mitch on Friday night. A leadoff double. And scored the winning run. Fly ball center field. Lenny Dykstra right there. Grissom is retired. That's 1 down. That'll bring up Delino DeShields.
Well, that's a big out for Mitch. Grissom off the bases.
Another one you want to keep off DeShields. He's been on base all 4 times he's been up. He has walked, doubled, walked, and walked. Lifetime against Mitch Williams, he's 2 out of 6, and that's a strike on the inside corner. Two quick strikes to Delino DeShields.
Something wrong with Mitch today. Must be sick.
Pops the foul out of play. It stays 0-2. Another foul out of play.
Shields has stayed in there with 2 tough pitches. That last one was a nasty slider, and it was a strike.
Back through the middle, a base hit to center field. So DeShields is a 1-out base runner. Good at bat by DeShields. Down in the hole, 2 strikes.
Boy, was it ever. Just reached out and stroked it. Now he's got to watch DeShields. Can't forget about it.
Will we see a pickoff move?
Well, he tried that last night, and it almost cost him the ball game. I think he'll go to first. I don't know if he'll try that step-off move. That's what he threw away last night.
Here's Rondell White. He is 1 out of 4, has knocked in 2 runs. DeShields a good-sized lead.
Mitch has changed a new stretch move.
Yeah, he's gone to
a slide.
Well, it's a slide. It's really spread out. It's almost like an old Jim Cott move. Watch. See if he tries it again now. There goes DeShields. There's Dalton's throw. It goes away, but backed up brilliantly by Stocker. Stolen base to Lino DeShields. Now the problem here is you also have to watch him at second because they have been taking liberties on Mitch, stealing third. 36 stolen base for DeShields. It's 2-0.
Good jump. Good jump. A good throw. A good throw would have had him.
Good time, Whitey, to try the hidden ball trick.
Well, Mitch has the ball, though. He can't do that now. You better watch him.
Three and nothing to Rondell White. Three balls and no strikes.
On his second pitch with a runner on second, he always turns to second. Every time.
Got that one over. 3-1. Phillies lead by a run, 5-4 here in the bottom of the ninth.
Better watch him. Better watch him.
He did.
Ooh, he turned again.
He's listening to you, Whitey. Walked him. So the Expos with 2 men on base and 1 out here in the ninth for Larry Walker. Johnny Padres is going to come out and talk to Mitch Williams. Game on the line here in the ninth inning. Phillies lead by a run, 5-4. 2 men on base and 1 out.
Last time up, Walker turned his arm into that inside pitch. It really wasn't that far inside. Took a hit on the arm.
Walker lifetime is 3 for 9 against Mitch Williams. That's a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. No balls and a strike to Walker.
That's what he's going to have to do.
He is keeping an eye on the Shields. Pops a foul out of play. 0-2. Five, 4 Phillies. 2 men on base and 1 out here in the 9th. 2 strikes to Walker. Sean Berry is on deck. The Shields represents the tying run. Rondell White at first, the winning run. Pops another foul, and it's still 0-2. Jim Fregosi, calm, cool, and collected. Felipe Alou.
That's a pitch he's called a strike today, but not that one. It was low. But that pitch has been called today.
1 ball and 2 strikes. High with it. 2-2.
He does not want to go full count.
You end the game with a strikeout double play, Whitey. He goes full count. Two and 2. Ground ball off the glove of Kruk. He recovers to Williams. Safe at first base is the call by Charlie Williams, and Mitch can't believe it. Kruk juggled, recovered in time. It looked like Mitch was there. And Charlie Williams, it looked like, really missed the call. What a time to miss a call. And 1 call all day, and he missed it.
That's the only play that Charlie has had in the whole series.
Here it is. Now the recovery by Kruk. Now
Mitch
he
got over there.
Underhands to Mitch. There's the foot ahead of the hand.
Well, let's see. This is a better look at it.
Foot's already on the bag. At any rate, I guess that's been scored an error on Kruk. The bases are loaded for Sean Berry. One out.
Infield stays back.
Playing double play depth. Berries has an infield single, is struck out, walked, and struck out. 1 strike to him. Williams trying to pull yet another Houdini act here at Olympic Stadium. Fouls it out of play. 0-2.
If he has a strikeout pitch, he better use it.
High gas. Try to get him to chase high heat.
Either that or inside tight and hard.
No balls and 2 strikes. Popped him up in the infield. John Kruk waits, squeezes. That's out number 2. And the batter will be Will Cordero with the bases loaded and 2 outs.
There's a big one.
Two outs, bases loaded. Phil's lead by a run.
Ooh.
Low. All 1. Balloon is loose out in center field. No one's seen it, though. Starting to drift in toward the infield. Ooh. Way inside, ball 2, 2-0.
Has to throw strikes. Give his fielders a chance.
Two balls and no strikes to Will Cordero. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the 9th. Got that one over for a called strike. It's 2-1.
Has to do it again and again.
Now Cordero was probably up there with orders to take a strike. He'll go to Hacken now. Base hit, 2 runs will score, and this game is over. Montreal has won it by a score of 6-5 on a bases-loaded hit by Will Cordero. He smoked it down the third base line. And the Expos have moved to within 4 of the Phils on a bases-loaded single by Cordero. Boy, has this been a series. Every game decided by 1 run. And Montreal wins this one in the bottom half of the 9th on a 2-out hit by Will Cordero. We got him back into the ball game last night with a 3-run homer. Phillies hung on to win that one.
Give him credit. He hit a strike and he blistered it by Batiste just inside the bag. Game should have been over, but that's the way it goes. Both runs unearned.
Here was with the bases loaded, 2 outs, a 2-1 count to Will Cordero.
Ball was a strike. He really busted it.
Right down the line, plating 2, and Montreal wins it by a score of 6-5. We'll be back with the totals and a recap in just a moment.
The Phillies look to flatten Florida when they play the Marlins Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, September 20th through the 22nd, all at 7:35. Then they're out to bop the Braves. Friday the 24th at 7:35, Saturday the 25th at 7:05, and Sunday the 26th at 1:35 when all fans receive a free Phillies poster and more on Fan Appreciation Day. Call 463-1000.
Flyers hockey is back on PHL 17. Eric Lindros, Rod Brindamore, and the rest of the Flyers return to the ice for a preseason clash with the Atlantic Division rival New Jersey Devils. Wednesday on PHL 17. Legendary Flyer broadcaster Gene Hart teams with former Flyer great Gary Dornhofer to bring you all the bone-crushing action from opening face-off to final buzzer. It's the Flyers and the New Jersey Devils. Wednesday at 7:30 only on PHL 17, the home of the Flyers.
Stubborn Al won't admit his eyes aren't what they used to be.
Come on, Daddy, why don't you just break down and get some glasses? I mean, what are you afraid of? All it says is that you're blind and old.
Al sees things differently at the eyeglass salon.
Well, plenty of cool guys wear glasses. I'm Wally.
Now life is clearer.
How's it going, Bottles?
On the next Married with Children.
Tomorrow at 6:30 on PHL 17.
On the all-new Cobra. He's got a new face and a new attitude.
Anybody ever tell you you're a lying piece of...
Now, Justice has a new weapon.
What are you doing?
Just follow my lead.
Welcome to Cobra. Michael Dudikoff. Cobra.
Tonight at 6 on PHL 17.
Every one of these games at Olympic Stadium were decided by one run. Montreal in 12 in the first game. Phillies hang on to win last night, and Montreal wins in the ninth tonight. 2-run bases loaded, 2 out, hit by Will Cordero. For the Expos, 6 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, 10 left. Bills, 5 runs, 10 hits, 1 error, and 10 left. Tim Scott gets the win. He's 7-2, and the loss goes to Mitch Williams. He is 3-6, and the Phillies lead now in National League East over the Expos, back down to 4 games. Montreal will be hosting Atlanta, and the Phils take on Florida at home. Next telecast here on the Phillies Television Network Tuesday night when the Phillies take on the Florida Marlins at Veterans Stadium. We're on the air at 7:30. Check your local listings for the games carried in your area. Once again, the final score, the Expos win 6-5 for Rich Ashburn, Andy Musser, and Chris Wheeler. Harry Callis saying thanks for watching. Talk to you Tuesday night on the Phillies Television Network.
The Phillies and the Montreal Expos has been brought to you by Budweiser. Fresh, pure, natural, proud to be your bud. By the Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic company. By Mellon PSFS, the official bank of the Phillies. And by Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield. Personal choice. The health plan that controls costs, not people.